Over 25 years of experience negotiating with the IRS. They know the proper steps to save you the most amount of money. They will negotiate your tax debt and protect you from bank levies or wage garnishments. Call for your free Fresh Start information now. 800-955-8408. That's 800-955-8408. 800-955-8408.
Catch Erie Otters action home and away all season long right here on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
And now, back to Eye on College Football on CBS Sports Radio. Here again are your hosts, Rich Ackerman and Jody McDonald.
Coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. Sign up to be an O Rewards member today and start earning instantly. O Rewards members earn $5 back for every 150 points you earn. It's fast, easy, and free only at O'Reilly Auto Parts. See store for details. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Iowa, after the interception, turns it into 3 more. So 48-17, the Hawkeyes lead Ohio State. And Penn State looking for some help after the loss last week. In Michigan State today, let's check in with Marty Martin.
We've had quite a game so far here in the second half after the rain delay. This game is tied at 24. Michigan State with its first turnover as they were driving. Quarterback Brian Lewerke throws a ball toward the sideline, and somehow Omani Uruwari intercepts it. So Penn State has the ball on their own 9-yard line. As I said, Michigan State was driving down the field. They look like they're going to take the lead again. Matt Coughlin with a 32-yard field goal tied this one up at 24. On the day, Brian Lewerke, Michigan State quarterback, 30 for 52, 376 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. His counterpart, Trace McSorley, 23 of 42, 332, 3 touchdowns, but he has thrown 3 interceptions. None of those interceptions Michigan State has been able to convert into points, which are lost opportunities as it comes down in this one. Rushing, Heisman hopeful, Saquon Barkley, 13 attempts, 58 yards. On that, 36 yards of it all at one time. We are at 6 minutes finally to go in the fourth quarter, but the way this is going, we may see overtime. Penn State and Michigan State are tied at 24.
All right, you just never know with the way things have been going. Clemson leads NC State 31-28 in West Virginia on top of Iowa State 2016 with 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. BC is a well-earned day off after 3 straight wins. I had a chance to catch up with their head coach, Steve Addazio, earlier in the week, and he said it would come together, and when it would be beautiful. And now he looks clairvoyant. I asked him why he said that, and why has it come to fruition?
Well, I just think that we saw on the film that, we were doing a lot of really good things, and we were just, like against Virginia Tech, we dropped the touchdown pass, we dropped a pass on the 1-yard line, but we had the ability to make plays. We were on both sides of the ball, winning up front, and our young players on the offense, the freshman players at the apex of the offense, were really starting to grow and develop and mature. And you could just feel the team, the coaches, we all could feel it was a matter of time before we would start to bear some fruit for our efforts.
You had just mentioned a little of that, but it has been such a drastic turnaround. I mean, you went from a team that had scored 45 points in 3 weeks to 45 in a win over Louisville and 121 over the last 3 games. So what exactly has been the source? Is it a combination of things, or is it any one thing in particular?
Well, I think it's a combination, but our quarterback is getting more and more comfortable, and his level of play has really increased. He's also healthier. And our tailbacks, John Hillman and A.J. Dillon. A.J.'s a freshman, and he's really starting to get more comfortable. Our center, who was a true freshman who never played center before, is starting to get more comfortable at that position. Our receiver, Kobe White, who's a freshman, who's starting to gain more confidence in what he's doing. I just think on defense, our young freshman middle linebacker who was forced into action is becoming one heck of a player. So I think the young guys are maturing. I think we're gaining confidence. We're starting to make those plays that were available. And I always say, the quarterback is like the high tide. When they're playing well, all boats come up. And so that's kind of what's going on.
You mentioned the word freshman a lot in the previous answer. Is it easy for people to forget, they're 18, 19 years old, and sometimes it just doesn't happen overnight that patience is a virtue?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely correct. And I think even where we are right now, we have 3 games left in the season. They're still freshmen. Now, they're much more mature, and they're gaining more experience, but, they still have the overcome, when things go against them. So I always say to everybody, listen, there's no question now. You can see, everyone can see what kind of team we're going to have as we move into the future. But along the way, over the next 3 games, to think that we can have no roller coaster rides, I would say we hope there's not going to be too many steep roller coaster rides, but I think we still are capable of those roller coaster rides right now. But the most overriding thing is you can also see when we get all these, we're down 7 starters. We get all these kids back, some of them for their 5th year, we're going to have a really good football team here. And that's clear. So we just have got to do the best we can to continue to grow each day and each week and grab as many wins as we can right now. But the future is really solidified and galvanized, and now it's all about development. And we got to see this thing through with these young guys and keep them growing.
Talking with Boston College head coach Steve Addazio, his team has suddenly won 3 in a row and has been very impressive offensively, especially they're now 5.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 is proud to be the new home of Erie Otters Hockey. Now let's go live and join the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney.
Erie snapping the slump pretty quick. And after getting schooled on Wednesday at the annual Hockey Hooky School Day game by the Kitchener Rangers 7-3, the Otters, it seemed they took the message from Chris Hartsburg after the game to heart, because the Otters came to work Friday night against the Oshawa Generals. As the Otters needing just 2 minutes and 18 seconds to get on the board. Kyle Maximovich, shorthanded on a beautiful setup from Taylor Radish, had Erie on their way. Maximovich would go with a 4-point night, adding his second goal just 9 minutes after his first, as Erie took a 2-0 lead in the first period. Lodnia reaching after it. Sandbrook picks it up, and the Otters looking to move out in flight. Another 2-on-1. Radish and Maximovich. Radish looking for Maximovich in front. Tips it home! Get back, Jack. Do it again. 2 for Maximovich. And it's 2-0 Erie. And the Otters, a lot of offense, as they would add to it even more, because it was time for Taylor Radish to find the back of the net. He has points in 11 straight. With those 2 assists, give him a goal in 4 straight with this bomb from the right circle. Center point, Owen Hedrick. Right back to Taylor Radish in the right circle. Gives across, Maximovich winds up, fakes the shot, delivers on to Hedrick. Back to Taylor Radish, sends it on, was trying to dish to Maximovich. That was defended, slowed by Hedrick again. Out of the final minute of this power play, Maximovich back to Taylor Radish, right side, winds up, booming shot, he scores! Let the big dog eat, it's 3-0 Erie. And the Otters continued with the offense and adding just a little more insurance because the power play comes alive. 16th in the league last night. They go 3 for 5 against the Oshawa Generals. They can find themselves now in the top 10 on the power play because of this power play goal set up by Ivan Lodnia in the Erie Insurance Arena. Bounce, Christian Gurney on the board for his 4th of the season. A rebound, Garrett Podovny gives it Jordan Sambrook with 23 seconds to power. Another shot off the mark, off the end boards, and they score! Field to Gurn, the Erie Insurance Arena bounce to Christian Gurney. He slides it home. 6-0 Erie. The offense was there, and the Otters rolled. 8 goals for the Erie Otters on the night. 5 past starting goaltender Kyle Kaiser. Another 3 past Cole Ceci. But it was on the other end between the pipes where Troy Timpano stopped all 25 shots. Player of the game, number 1 star, because of saves like this one. Frees it up behind the goal, but it's grabbed again by Krastenbergs in the office. Chased out by Sambrook. They give to McShane. Wrist shot. Glove save by Troy Timpano. He stopped all 25 shots that came his way for his 5th career shutout as an Erie Otter, and 8th on his OHL career. As the Otters back on the winning side. Now 7-2 on home ice in an 8-0 drumming of the Oshawa Generals. They have defeated the Generals here at the Erie Insurance Arena. 2 straight shutouts, outscoring them 14-0 the last 2 seasons. As we now look ahead to tonight, a Memorial Cup final rematch. The Windsor Spitfires into town for their first stop at the Erie Insurance Arena. 1 of 2 and 1 of 4 meetings on the year between the 2 West Conference rivals. Otters, Spitfires. That's up next. I'm Aaron Cooney. This is the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, and we'll have you set for the matchup here tonight, and also chat with Curtis Henry, Erie Otters rookie defenseman. All that coming up and more. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Where's the only place to get official Erie Otters merchandise? Well, that would be by visiting the Erie Otters store, of course. Part of the Erie Otters front office, located at 201 East 8th Street. Fans can browse the largest selection of certified official Erie Otters shirts, hats, sweatshirts, novelties, and more. While you're there, order your custom-made Otters jersey, now available in the new white version. Merchandise is also available 24/7 online at ErieOttersStore.com and can be purchased at the Erie Insurance Arena at pop-up shops during all Erie Otters home games. Show your Otters pride and wear what the team wears.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters and the Windsor Spitfires face off here tonight. The first matchup between these two and a final Memorial Cup final rematch. From back in May. That was the last time these two teams met up, and it was, what a game that was. Although it didn't go the way the Otters had hoped, falling 4-3 in that Memorial Cup final to the Windsor Spitfires at the WFCU Center in Windsor, Ontario. But quite a different look from both of these teams. And, you know, you load up for these runs, and then you got a ebb and flow of junior hockey. You fall back off the mountain a little bit, work your way back up. Both these teams young, and for the Windsor Spitfires, they're missing 13 from that game that appeared back on May the 29th, 2017. But we're looking at this matchup. We're in November now, heading into the third month of the season. And with Saturday night's matchup, we'll look at tonight's Marsh Real Estate Services lineup, as the Otters are going with Troy Timpano back between the pipes. Stopped all 25 shots faced last night for his 8th career shutout and his 5th as an Erie Otter, the all-time record. He'll need to, well, in his final season, he'll need to get 6 more for a Erie Otters franchise record. That's held by JF Paris, As for Erie tonight, scratches include number 2, Mitchell Byrne, number 5, Aiden Timmermans, number 15, Stefan Patry, and number 22, Joe Mack out of the lineup. That brings us to our injury report, as always brought to you by UPMC, and the Otters still a couple bodies on the shelf, including number 2, Mitch Byrne. He's missing his 8th straight game now due to the asthma complications. as he is recovering. Also out for Erie is number 5, Aiden Timmerman's upper body injury sustained back last Saturday against the Guelph Storm. He has now missed here tonight. It'll be his 4th straight game. And out as well is Stefan Patry, out with an upper body injury. He has now missed. This will be his 2nd straight game after getting injured against the Kitchener Rangers this past Wednesday morning. Across the ice, Michael DiPietro will get the start. The Memorial Cup top goaltender on the All-Star team, and he is on a tear. 10-4-1-0, 1 shutout for the 18-year-old, a 2.15 goals against average, and a .932 save percentage. Gaudy numbers for the 18-year-old. A Vancouver Canucks 3rd-round pick at the 2017 NHL entry draft. Scratches for Windsor. They get a handful. Out for them is 3rd goaltender, number 30, Lucas Patton. Also scratch number 8, Connor Corcoran. Number 19, Joseph Mizzi. Number 20, Luke Kukevicius. And also scratch number 44, Nathan Steos. He's at the Under-17 World Hockey Challenge. And number 61, Luke Boca, out with a shoulder injury. They're making one addition here today with Hayden Johnson. He'll be wearing number 3. A late call-up here for the Windsor Spitfires, playing on defense to round out their starting lineup. This is the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, and as it rolls along, we're going to catch up with rookie Otters defenseman Curtis Henry. He's back in the lineup here tonight with the Otters. He played in his 6th game as an Otter. No points yet, 8 penalty minutes. Came close last night to his first point. A good shot on goal. Some traffic in front, deflected around here, just couldn't finish it off. But we'll catch up with Curtis Henry next as the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show rolls along. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $16,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $16,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price and prior to tax, title, and license fees.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me selling Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters rookie defenseman Curtis Henry. And Curtis, getting the line of the last couple of games, what's it been like to make the jump to the OHL for you?
Oh, it's been good. It's been a learning curve for sure. Just trying to get better every game.
What's the biggest change going and playing last year, Niagara Falls Canucks, to coming to the Ontario Hockey League? Have you noticed from the competition or even just the preparation that it takes to have yourself ready for a game in the OHL?
I'd say it takes a lot more preparation. This game's a lot faster than Junior B was last year, and the guys work a lot harder.
what did you do over the off season to prepare yourself for this? I know you go into training camp and kind of unaware what opportunities can come your way, but in an off season when you're trying to make the jump, how do you prepare yourself for that?
Yeah, you just got to work hard every day, work on the stuff that's not great in your game, and hope for the best.
So what's the first couple of games, first action, when you step onto the ice, and I was on the road, but what was it like to take that first shift and step out there as an Erie Otter?
It felt really good. It feels surreal at times, but I'm enjoying it.
Last couple of weeks, well, last weekend was a little tough. You guys get a little short-handed on the blue line. You end up playing with Chad Yetman, and you see some of these guys have to step back and, well, maybe not play their position, but, next man up mentality. What's it like moving and playing with a forward out there rather than the usual defenseman?
Yeah, well, Chad did really good out there. He made it really easy on me, and it almost felt like he was a regular defenseman.
What did you pick up from some of these other guys? I mean, you look at some of the older guys that are in the locker room, whether it's Owen Hedrick or even some of the forwards. What have you picked up from them to learn and grow yourself?
Just basically everything, like from the way they prepare to the way they play to the way they recover after games. Really got to learn from them, and that's how you'll make yourself better.
Curtis Henry is our guest here on the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, Erie Otters rookie defenseman. And when you're out there, you look at last night playing back-to-back games. What was it about that worked for this team that you were able to rebound from Wednesday morning's loss? And I know it's an odd time with the 10:30 start, but then you come into Friday night, and it seems like you guys were just ready to go.
Well, yeah, we definitely didn't have a good game Wednesday, so you just got to forget about it. But once we came here Friday, we knew we had to work and just play with structure, play our game, and good things will happen.
How do you replicate that into a second night? And it's a tough team when you look at the Windsor Spitfires coming in. Another team with another 3-game winning streak coming to visit the Erie Insurance Arena. How do you guys prepare yourself for this one?
We just got to take it like a regular game. Can't overcomplicate things. If we play our game, we'll be fine today.
Thanks for this, Curtis, and have fun here tonight against the Spitfires.
Thank you.
That's Curtis Henry of the Erie Otters. More hockey coming up. Face Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
Lissa was diagnosed with breast cancer at Allegheny Health Network when she was only 27.
One of my nurses dropped a meal off at my door, sent me a text and said, "You don't need to come outside. There's food for you and your husband outside." And it was like, who does that? Like, that is beyond the level of care that is even required. Anytime I would have like a moment of panic or something wasn't going right, I'd call and they would call me back right away. If they didn't answer right away, it was always my nurse that I would talk to, and she would get an answer for me immediately.
Since 2016, Lissa is cancer-free. Caring for all of her life is living proof. Erie's top-rated hospital for women's health is St. Vincent of Allegheny Health Network. Visit ahn.org/allofherlife to learn more or schedule an appointment. Claim based on Quantro's 2017 CareCheck's National Quality Rating Database.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer's suggested retail price. This stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's 2 or more at each price. Altima HN 307132, Versa HL 866268.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Memorial Cup final rematch. The Erie Otters hosting the Windsor Spitfires. Hello again, everyone, and welcome inside. I'm Aaron Cooney, and welcome to Erie, Pennsylvania, where we have the rematch of the 2017 MasterCard Memorial Cup final here tonight. And quite different, both of these rosters, since May the 28th of 2017. And one of the better Memorial Cup finals we've seen in the last few years. The Windsor Spitfires taking it 4-3. And that game-winning goal is the only goal scorer left over on either of these two rosters here tonight. That belonged to Aaron Luchuk, and I'm sure Otters fans remember that quite well, with Aaron Luchuk scoring late in the third period to put them ahead. The Otters able to come back from that, but gone are the other 6 goal scorers from that game as we get to action here tonight. Logan Brown, a steal right at the Otters line. Here's Cole Perbout, bounces one towards the front. That's off his stick. Ivan Lodnia back defensively. He'll skate out right wing side, and the Otters out to center. Up off the stick of Taylor Radish and played on down towards Windsor territory, followed up by Logan Brown, who began the season in Ottawa with the Senators. First round pick of the Senators a couple years back. Sent into the Erie zone off his skate, ripped out by Troy Timpano, and it's settled by Sean Day. He appeared in that one. The other goal scorers in that Memorial Cup final: Jeremy Bracco, Dylan Strome, Warren Fogle, Logan Stanley, TJ Fergus, and Graham Knott. Those have all moved on from either of these teams, whether it's via trade or graduation. The one left over is Aaron Luchuk, the reigning CHL and OHL Player of the Week. As it's played around by Windsor to the near side. Given out to the blue line. An attempted try goes off his stick. And down to the near side, McDougall steps in front of the Otters' Garrett Podubny. Squirts loose onto the near side circle. As Serming out to the point. Shot up off the stick of Timpano. He leaves it out to, out of play. High out. Nearly got to the rafters on that deflection. The shot coming from Lev Starikov. In total, if you look at those rosters and to tonight's action, 24 players missing from that game. 11 from the Erie Otters and 13 new faces for the Windsor Spitfires. Erie out to center. It's Alex Gritz, left wing side to goal line, and his quick shot from the left wing circle, glove down by Michael DiPietro, who holds on. DiPietro, one of those holdovers from last year. He was the goaltender of the tournament and named to the All-Star team at the Memorial Cup. And this year he has been nothing short of spectacular. 10-4, 1-0, 1 shutout, a 2.15 goals against average, and a .932 save percentage. Here are the Otters. You better have hoped that you saved some goals from last night after the 8-0 drumming of the the Oshawa Generals, that you have some to get on to Michael DiPietro, because they are hard to come by. After a long-range try from the Windsor Spitfires, Erie picks it up out of the near side corner and angled on, looking for Owen Hedrick. That pass off the mark as Chris Playfair keeps it down deep. Wayman, backhand pass, finds Robinson. Long range, up off the skate of Max Golod. That's on down ice. An icing call just before that red line. Bringing the face-off on back to Erie territory. And to the left side of Otters' overage goaltender, Troy Timpano. 25 stops last night, his 8th career shutout and 5th as an Erie Otter. He's 5-4, 1-1, a 3.05 goals against average and an .886 save percentage. That one shutout. Let's loose out near the front of the Otters net. Luchuk towards the goal. Stop Timpano. Where's the puck? Perbout after it. And Erie able to block it and send it out to center. On the hack and whack play right in front of the Erie goaltender. Otters give to Sambrook back the other way as his try is blocked away by DiPietro. Grabbed by Cole Perbout on the far side. Slipped on near wall for Hayden Johnston. A late addition here for the Windsor Spitfires. They're dealing with quite a few injuries. And Johnston calling up for his first OHL action. Left wing side, Erie back in control. It's Ivan Lodnia in front, deflected, but it's kicked away by DiPietro. Taylor Radish follows up. 3-point night last night. And on for Maximovich. He had a 4-point night against the Generals. Holds down behind the goal line. Finds Taylor Radish on the far side. It's poked away from him as Ryan Martin jams it back down the wall. Furthered by Taylor Radish, but not it off on it because away goes Logan Brown. Gives forward for Luchuk. Trying to chase it down to the far side. Puts a heavy check on to Jordan Sambrook, but the puck is corralled by Ryan Martin. In a heap of trouble, though, and quickly spins this on for Emmett Sproul. And on to center ice, Carson Edwardson. Runs into McEnany. That puck rolls back on the near side. Move forward up off the blade of D'Amico, with the Otters able to hold in momentarily. Quickly pushed forward by Stevenson, and off they go. Spitfires to center ice. Sent on in. Timpano out to play it. Looked so confident last night, Troy Timpano. And I know let's talk to Chris Hartsburg about this. We're going to hear that interview during the intermission in the UPMC intermission report about seeing that from Troy Timpano, an older goaltender, and hoping to catch that more and more throughout the season. As Emmett Sproul sent to the ice by Tyler Angle on the play, but Erie got the puck to center. Yetman, long-range shot, sticked away to the far side. Hedrick backs off. The Otters finishing a change, wiping out. Down goes Garrett Podubny, but ahead Sean Day, so calmly, smoothly out to center ice, but it's poked away from by Christian Gurney. Pushed back towards neutral ice by number 7 in white, and they spring loose the other way on down the left wing side. Sermon trying to give a try from a sharp angle. Timpano able to smother. With a little over 4 minutes off the clock here from the Erie Insurance Arena, a scoreless hockey game. Erie Otters and Windsor Spitfires. They thought they both feel that ebb and flow of junior hockey. The Otters right now getting a game above 500. Now in the season 8-7-1-1. As they sit 7th in the Western Conference. Windsor, I'll tell you what, on the back of Michael DiPietro. 10-5-1-0. And within striking distance in that West Division. Here's Windsor. Heno gives it down to the near side corner inside Erie territory. Duff digging away. It's poked along the near side wall by Sermon. He gives back out to Heno for a try. That's blocked by Erie in front. Curtis Henry, who we heard from in the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. And Patrick Fellows will dump this one in to be slowed by DiPietro. Here's Heno again, looking from the near side. Out towards center ice, grabbed by Cade Robinson, flown back in, and the Otters looking to chase. Golod, 2-goal night last night for his first multi-goal game in the OHL. Tied up along the far side by Cole Purbu. That's on out to center, skating Stevenson. Turned around by the Otters, they pester him, and he just sweeps it into Erie zone off a blade. 5 minutes off the clock. Here, early parts, first period. Still no score. Otters and Spitfires. Robinson out ahead. Left wing, sapped in by Golod. Down to the corner, Sean Day picks it up. He slips it right up the near side, but I know he'll take that try on the pass. Was Logan Brown as Sambrook steps into one that was blocked by Brown, and he has the puck now skating to center with Luchuk the sidecar. Brown trying to give cross ice. It's off the stick and out of play over to the far corner into the crowd. Here early in the first with no score. 14:22 remains. Shots 4-3 in favor of the Windsor Spitfires. One to the near side, Kozebnikov plays it up the near wall. It's stepped in front of by Taylor Radish. He gets around one man going to center ice, but it rolls off his skate, and McEnany can control in his own circles. On ahead for Playfair. That's turned around by the Otters, but following up is McEnany. Comes away with the puck. Gives on left wing side. Kozebnikov drops it off down low. Larionov takes over. Gives down low. Kozebnikov again. Trying to go to the blue line. Twirls back away from Hedrick and centers out in front. Erie. That's Lodnia poking it away. And Kyle Maximovich with the puck to center. Sends it down. DiPietro moves it on. McEnany near side for his defensive partner Starikov. And up off a stick out to center ice. Erie to recover. Back in front of their own bench. Taylor Radish now. Wheeling away from Tyler Angle. Makes his way to center red. Pestered a bit. Forced off the puck and then just drills it into the zone as Erie makes a change behind the play. Windsor to skate forward. D'Amico flips it around. Jack Duff. Head of steam down left wing side. Otters bunch up though. They give on right wing side. Man just in, and it's sent off the back boards of the Otters net. And flying in there on the play was Adam Kadlick. Just missed on the shot as the Otters didn't see him coming in from the bench on the back side. Jack Duff in some trouble. Gives to Curtis Henry, and it's going to be taken away on the far side. Kadlick tying him up. Angle in as well. 2 Spitfires. They sweep it around the near side boards. Hustling the hold in is Johnston, and he will so. Lets one go. That rises off the mark. Sean Day holds it. Fakes the back end. Now has it. Opens up room for himself and lets a wrister go that just misses on the blocker hand side. They give right back to Sean Day. Johnston on the near side. Waits, fires, off a body, and it just trickles wide. Hit Jack Duff and almost went onto the goal. It would have opened on that far side with Timpano in the cage. And Erie up off the stick of Emmett Sproul, and Yetman will send it in off of the right wing. And Day, he'll pick it up there and wind ahead. Steps around Patrick Fellows. Played up for Cole Purbu. And got a little tie-up with the linesman on that side. And as Windsor backs off, they'll hand to Sean Day one more time. 3rd round pick of the New York Rangers in 2016, and the last player to receive exceptional status in the OHL. As coming the other way, Erie quickly snapping the puck away on the attempted pass was Troy Timpano. And left back to the Windsor zone. Fed near side. That fan on the pass, and the Otters push forward Sambrook. And just out of the reach from Christian Gurney, allows McEnany to go behind the net. Rubbed out of the play, and Erie gives to the blue line one more time after possession. A wrist shot try, save made, rebound in front. Patrick Fellows turns it out in front for Gurney, and it went right behind him. Couldn't get a shot on goal, and Brown carries the center. Gives forward Cole Purbu. Nice move into the zone, flips it across. Luchuk bouncing puck, sends it over the net. If that pass was cleaner down along the ice, you get a whole stick on it. You're probably looking at a 1-0 lead, but it's still in the Otters zone, and Ryan Martin skies this back to center ice. Erie picks one off at center ice. Gurney with Gritz to the net, trying to look for Gritz. Pass was off the skate, blocked by McEnany, and Sean Day takes over. Looks near side, on for Logan Brown. Flying through center ice and into the Otter zone, right wing circle, trying the shot off a stick. Picked up by Luchuk near side, feed it on the near wall. Goal there first as Cade Robinson out to center. On for Josh Wayman, he'll send it on in deep. Day against Robinson in the corner, and Robinson picks it out of that. Pile up, gives out the blue line. Wayman shot onto the back door. Gretz couldn't put it home. There's Max Golod, buzzing on the far side. Leave it down low for Alex Gritz. Charges back onto the far side of the corner and leaves it out to the blue line. Wayman right back behind the goal. Max Golod reaches. And he stepped into on the near side by Starikoff as Hedrick holds the blue line. Gives the Golod, drags and fires. DiPietro with the stop. And he holds on. Now the Otters, again with this Gritz, Golod, and Robinson line buzzing in the offensive zone. Some good work along the walls, getting the loose pucks. Owen Hedrick with that gutsy play, stay in on it in the offensive zone. He has it now. It's a shot, go. That's gloved by DiPietro and holds on again after that face-off win. 10:15 to play. Here in the first, still no score, Otters and Spitfires. And you saw a little toe drag and shot from Max Golod just a couple whistles ago. Trying to use Starikoff as a screen. 6'7" defenseman. As Windsor wins the draw back and just chip it back out towards center ice. Here he's going to reel it in. Wainman on for Owen Hedrick. What a addition for the Otters to get back after he missed most of last Saturday's game against Guelph, and then Sunday and Wednesday. They get him back last night. And a couple points. Just look out, a steal from the Otters. Twirling is Latnia for the whirling dervish spin move. Erie on the board first. It's 1-0. Well, Ivan Latnia snapping a pointless streak the other day against Kitchener and gets on the board with a goal last night. And here does it again. As the Otters get to the loose puck, the attempted pass banked off the end boards. As Thomas Stevenson didn't get enough on it to find Austin McEnany, and Ivan Latnia twirling backhand, able to roll up Michael DiPietro, and the Otters take a 1-0 lead. Here's Chad Yetman, offside Erie though, as Carson Edwardson just a stride ahead on the play. As Ivan Latnia with the unassisted goal here in the first period, and it's 1-0 Erie. At the Erie Insurance Arena, Lodnia with his 11th of the season. And that leads the Otters in goal scoring. For the third rounder of the Minnesota Wild. Otters fans, real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the brewery. Erie's original brew pub and restaurant located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the brewery. Proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Points of 3 straight here for Ivan Lodnia. And goals in back-to-back games. Just enough to fool DiPietro and roll it up his body. As the Otters getting to the forecheck, Taylor Radish forces the issue on Thomas Stevenson. Won't get an assist, but helped out on the play to create Erie's scoring opportunity. An icing call here. We get back to action from the Erie Insurance Arena. And this will come back to the Windsor zone. Face off will be the right of Michael DiPietro. You expect to see part of the conversation for Team Canada at the World Junior Championship. Here's Taylor Radish holding, gives to Maksimovic, trying to push it back into the front of the net for Ivan Lodnia. And that's fought off, and Windsor after it. Erie got a steal. It's Maksimovic trying to work out to the front of the net, gives off to the circle in front for Lodnia. Radish's pass just behind him. Logan Brown now turns it. Erie getting a little fancy in the offensive zone. A little too fancy. Luchuk out the center. Right side, Cole Purbu. Gives him on the attempt back to Luchuk. Has to pick it up off his skate along the far wall. Erie intercepts and pokes it out to center ice. As Taylor Radish almost had a 2-on-1 with Garrett Podubny. Erie tags up as Sandbrook lugs the puck on in right wing side. Hits the break from the corner and gives on to Garrett Podubny. Back to Sandbrook and now Podubny again. Stick handles around 1-2, gives in front. Oh, quick shot. Better save. DiPietro on the snap from the right wing circle. The draw will be right here to the left of Michael DiPietro. Erie tosses this one back. Owen Hedrick. Bouncing puck, just holds in. Flubbing it down to the near side corner. Fellows digs in. Flipped up the near side by Starikov, and it's on to center. Skating his angle. Flip it in. Chase after it. First man on it as well. 7 in the dark jerseys. He sends it on to the far side corner. Erie will get there first. Out to the blue line. McInerney holds in. Behind Erie's goaltender, Troy Timpano. Angle, get that puck right back and sweeps it behind the goal again. Garrett Podubny cuts it off. Tries to skate behind the net. Has a little bit of room and flips it on far side corner. Fellows reaching. Erie still trapped in their own end here. D'Amico keeps it alive and still knifes it on towards the near side, and Erie fires it up off the body down ice. This will be an icing call to the Otters. With 7:52 to play the first period in the Otters with the early 1-0 lead. Ivan Lodnia on the board for the Otters. Left of Timpano. It was stopped 30 straight now. The last couple of games. Coming off of the shutout, so stopped all 25 last night against the Oshawa Generals in a 0 victory as Johnston had Cade Robinson in the tracks. Robinson ducks the check, and here he loses the puck. Sean Day holds now. And out forward. Give to Johnston, left side. Flip it on in, slowed by Timpano. He'll shuffle it back to the near side wall. Off the dasher, and Cade Robinson springs out. Gives left wing for Max Golod. Hits the brakes at the circles in the offensive zone. Looking to set up Henry. He's tied up. Sean Day stays with him. Takes the puck away. And it's loose along the far side. Erie gets some help coming in for the forecheck. And Golod tied to center. Leaves it for Curtis Henry. To Jack Duff with 7 minutes to play in this first period. Erie reaching the puck in the zone. Bobble here, Robinson. And he'll slide it back around the net. Erie changing behind the play. Stepping on Lodnia. Banked on near side. As Playfair On for Stevenson. Almost stripped to the puck, but he's able to move it on right wing side. Windsor into the zone. Stevenson off his skates, and the Otters grab. Clear just across the line. Stevenson gives ahead. They were offside. Sermon taking the pass. Jake Smith was on the opposite side of the blue line when that puck had crossed for the neutral zone draw. And here he ending a 3-game winning streak for the Oshawa Generals. Love to do that again here against Windsor. Coming in last night, idle on the evening. And a penalty coming up. 2 of them here to start. Right after the whistle, Kyle Maximovich is going to get one of them, the other going to Jake Smith. Right on the draw. As Ben Wilson keeping this one under control, they continue to jar back and forth. So 4-on-4 for our first penalties of the evening. Two slashing calls. Each team down a man. As Ladnia carries ahead, trying to drag to the middle of the ice and shoved down by McEnany. Not sure what the booing's for. Ahead for Logan Brown. Out to center ice, 1-on-2 to the honor zone. Hedrick skating with him. Brown forced down the sharp angle drive from the left wing circle off the shoulder of the Honors Timpano. Here's Dave trickling in front. Centering pass from Luchuk. Goes right through the goal mouth. McEnany holds it. On down low, they give right back to McEnany. 5 in the Windsor jersey. Gives out to his left for Logan Brown. Now Sean Day working from the blue line. McEnany on the right point. Waits, flip it towards the front, deflected, and I think Erie got a stick on that, looking for Luchuk. Taylor Radich instead knocks it behind the net. Logan Brown follows out. Centering pass off the skate of Day, and Erie can skate forward. They'll send it off the blade of Josh Wayman and get one man off. That's Taylor Radich as Brown comes right back into the zone, trailing by 1. Leaves it for Luchuk on the near side corner, Otters territory. Carson Edwardson takes over from there, puts it right in the skates of the Otters' Owen Hedrick, but it's still able to escape out to center ice. Patrick Fellows with 35 seconds left in the 4-on-4 time. Trying to drop the puck off for Edwardson. It's picked off, and off goes Starikov. Drifts left side. Floats it in that way. Chases after it against Jordan Sambra. Bumps it up looking for Purbu. It's going to be held in and given down low on a pass by Stevenson. And just missing the blade of Starikov. Purbu follows up. Knifed off of his blade, and he has Patrick Fellows with him. On for Edwardson. Fellows left wing side. Sambra calling for it, and the pass off the mark for Carson Edwardson. Left behind the net, as we'll be heading back to 5-on-5 here shortly. Out of the box comes Smith and Maximovich, and out to center. The pass off the freshly recuperated Maximovich knocks it out of play. With 4.5 to go in a 1-0 hockey game. Otters ahead with Ivan Ladnia's 11th of the season. Draw back at center ice after the puck out of play. Here's Jack Duff heading back for Curtis Henry. With the Niagara Falls Canucks last year. 49 games played, a goal and 16 points. For the Otters' first-year man is Jack Duff. Has one ramp up his stick, knocked out of midair. All the way back for Curtis Henry to play. Now Maximovich. Nice pass to center ice. Steps between two, sends the puck in. Gurney and him chase after it. It's worked onto the far side by Hano, but Garrett Podubny follows up. Leaves it for Gurney. Swept up the far side. Erie trying to stay in. They will not as it's bumped out to center ice by Cadlick, who's been all over the place here. A Chicago, Illinois native. Originally drafted by the Prince George Cougars. Spent some time with them last season, as well as the Prince Albert Raiders, before being picked up by the Oshawa Generals. Played 2 games with them to start the season, and then now finds himself with the Windsor Spitfires. But look out, a 2-on-1 developing for Windsor from the right wing side. Wrist shot, pad stop, and the rebound gathered by the Otters and moved to center ice. Sermon just couldn't get his stick on it in time with that rebound kicked out by Timpano on the 2-on-1 break. Erie leaves it down to the near side corner. And grabbed by Stevenson. Elevated on far side. Nice keep in by Josh Wayman as Alex Gritz chases after it. Swept around the near side boards by Windsor. And from the corner, Hedrick pinches in, but it's knocked away from him, and off go the Windsor Spitfires again. Another 2-on-1 developing. Here's Jake Smith. Wrist shot wide on the glove hand side. This will skip all the way back to Spitfire territory, where they set up Sean Day. In the final 3 minutes here of the first period, 1-0 Erie. The goal from Ivan Lodnia. Slapped in by Cole Purbu. Went undrafted last year. A solid re-entry coming into this season. He finished 188th Central Scouting at the end of last year. This one pops up into midair. A pop-up fielded by Maximich. Logan Brown shoves a man down. Picked up by Luchuk. Shot from in tight. Still bobbled on the far side. As they give out to Sean Day. Walks in. Wrist shot. Shoulder stop made. Rebound. They score. It's Aaron Luchuk. With the play in front, bobbled around Erie, and I would have knocked that puck away. And Luchuk slaps it home to tie things up at 1. League leading 17th of the season, and he continues to be on fire, leading the Windsor Spitfires. Only one other player in the OHL has more points than him. That's Jordan Cairo with the Sarnia Sting. But he's the second to 30. That 30-point plateau as he picks up his 17th of the season. Back even at 1, and the Otters give out to center ice. McEnany brings it right back in, shuffles it on the right wing side. Tyler Engel chips it back behind the Otters goal to the near wall. Yetman run into. Sandbrook watching. Picking the puck out of the pile-up was Carson Edwardson, and there's Emmett Sproul skating towards center ice from the left wing. Finds the red line, he'll make sure it gets in deep. DiPietro snaps around the near side. Just out of the reach of Daniel D'Amico, and settle for the Otters defensive pairing of Jack Duff and Curtis Henry. And it's Duff wheeling out to center ice with it. Steps around 1-2, just runs over Engel and Erie into the offensive zone. It's put to the boards on the near side wall was Carson Edwardson, run over by Stevenson. Erie back behind the goal. Patrick Fellows looking to work it out towards the front of the net. Swept on near side. Pinching in is Jack Duff. But Logan Brown with a lot of time and space as he twirls away from another Erie Otters forechecker. And now McEnany. Stevenson ahead for Luchuk. He just tied the game up at 1. Here now we're into the final minute looking for more. It's Luchuk. Shot stopped by Timpano. But Ubney back along the near side corner. Swept to the corner. Poking and reaching was Timpano. But back on the biscuit. It's Windsor. Near side for Sean Day at the blue line. Going to give right back on the far side for Logan Brown. Reaching was Curtis Henry, and it's partially poked away, and the Otters send it out towards center. Here's Christian Gurney. Looking to hand off left wing side. Fellows has a step. Hedrick to the goal. Rich shot save in the glove. Erie follows up. The rebound try stopped by DiPietro. And Purbu gets it out to center for Logan Brown. Slows things down a bit and brought in offside as Purbu could not hold the line. And the whistle will bring the face off here to neutral ice. Well, after another couple of good tries for the Spitfires in the Erie zone, Otters break out, and it's Patrick Fellows electing to shoot, looking to keep that low and develop a rebound. It didn't kick out for Owen Hedrick. Erie got another good try. DiPietro, as he seemingly usually does, says no. Here's Lodnia into the zone. He has the Erie goal. With 15 seconds now left in the period. Erie floats it on for Taylor Radish. Down low, Sandbrook's try. Gets another one loose in front on the centering pass. Max Simovich couldn't put the tip home. 5 seconds to go. Owen Hedrick backs up. Gives ground as he's chased by McDougal into his own end. And we'll have the time expire on the first. Ivan Lodnia for the Otters, unassisted at 10-11. But it's tied up by the league's leading goal scorer, Aaron Luchuk, with his 17th of the season, has knotted things up here at 1 after the first period. We'll step away for a break, and we're going to hear from Chris Hartsburg next. Right after this on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
In February 2016, Emily gave birth prematurely to twin boys at Allegheny Health Network.
It's overwhelming to think about everything that we survived. We often, in my house, refer to like the NICU staff as like the SWAT team. Like they're there to do a job and they do it really well. My delivery, I love. I loved everything about it. For someone having 2 babies at 32 weeks, 5 days, I loved it. I mean, we had bad days. We had really bad days. But I trusted the nurses, the doctors. I trusted them. In the beginning, everything is scary. And then now, at a year and a half, we just do things that normal families do.
5 weeks later, Emily brought home her 2 healthy boys. Caring for all of her life, is living proof. St. Vincent Hospital of Allegheny Health Network. To learn more or schedule an appointment with a women's health expert, visit ahn.org/allofherlife.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor.
Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters head coach Chris Hartsburg. And Chris, well, you have the game Wednesday, the morning game, and I know upset with the effort, but last night it seems like the message got through and the team handed a pretty solid loss to the Oshawa Generals. But how did you like the way your team responded from Wednesday and then coming back home again on Friday against the Oshawa Generals?
Well, absolutely. We got back to the way we needed to play, and which was being more direct and trying to play behind their defense. And, we found success by playing that way. And, I think for me it was just a matter of our preparation and mind over matter to an extent where we got to be prepared to play no matter what time of day it is or when it is. So certainly I loved our effort last night.
How much does Owen Hedrick add to this team? I know he's been out the last, you can really call it 3 games before last night because he left so early against Guelph last Saturday. But to have him back in the lineup, what does he give the blue line core and the group and maybe just the team in general when he's out there on the ice?
Well, Owen's a mature young man, and certainly he brings a calming effect to our back end. He moves the puck extremely well. He can carry the puck out of traffic, and he competes. And those are things that we like out of Owen. And when we don't have him in there, certainly we miss those things. But he brought it last night, and certainly was happy to see his effort to be rewarded with a couple points there and some good play.
The goaltending for Troy Timpano, and I know he's had his ups and downs, and with the whole team getting into this season, getting in the groove of things, and with new systems, you name it, and new faces that have been here. But for Troy Timpano, it seemed like last night he was really on his game. For your goaltending, is that what you expect more out of a 19, 20-year-old goaltender, and a kid that's been in the league for a few years?
Oh, absolutely. I think Troy's last couple of days leading up to the game yesterday, his preparation and his mind, he was confident. And I think we're seeing what Troy's going to be able to do for our hockey club here his last 2 outings, and it's something we expected all year. I think certainly he got a little bit slow out of the gates, and he'd be the first one to recognize that. But I think right now he showed what he can be, and we're going to expect it on a nightly basis here now.
And looking at last night, special teams as well, a huge factor between the shorthanded goal to kick things off from Kyle Maximich, but a couple power play goals. And a bit of a different look. You kind of split up, at least loading up that top power play unit. You move Ivan Lodnia down. What does that give you having, I guess, two units that, and then also moving Carson Edwardson up and the shift around? What does it give for your team and having two different separate units like that?
Well, I wanted to create some intercompetition here. I think we ran our course with the 4 guys that we had. There were 5 guys that we had on that top unit, and we tried a lot of different looks and a lot of different options, and we were just kind of running up short, weren't consistent with it, and now I feel like we have 2 pretty good units where, if one's not going, the other one's going to get a crack at it, and the other one's not going, then the other one's going to get a crack at it. And that's kind of how it went last night, where we scored with that first unit right away, and then their second power play didn't have much success, so we threw the other unit out there, and they ended up scoring on it, and then they got first crack at the 5-on-3. So, for me, it's about creating competition, and we needed that, and certainly we got rewarded for it last night.
Do you do that as well with other lines or defensive pairings? I guess the rest of the line of create competition, does that bring the best out of players and out of certain situations?
Well, it should. I mean, you want to be able to compete against your teammates, and that for me, that's how you learn to compete in general. I think if you feel comfortable competing against the guys you're most comfortable with, then it should be easier to compete against the guys you don't know. And I have liked our compete level in practices and whatnot, but certainly from a power play standpoint, these are proud guys that want to get a crack at it, and if they're not going, it puts some onus on them.
I'm sure the group, guys returning from last year and see the Windsor Spitfires come to town, they probably get a feel that this is one that they really want to get out there. Do you expect a similar effort carrying over from last night, and then even that little bit of fire still in the belly from the Memorial Cup loss to carry over from these older guys that were a part of last year's finale?
Well, I hope so. I think it's something that, the guys we got returning back that were part of that team and played in that game, they're proud guys, and certainly I would expect them to want to come out and show something. But for me, my biggest thing is just replicating what we did last night and making sure from start to finish we're playing the right way and we're doing the right things.
All right, thanks for this, Coach here, and good luck tonight against the Spitfires.
Yeah, no problem, Eric.
That's Chris Hartsburg, head coach of the Erie Otters. More hockey up next here at the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western Omelette Breakfast Sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor.
Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me. Selling Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances. 5 cash points. 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions, with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. It's the UPMC Intermission Report. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you back in where we're all knotted at one. No changes from when we started. Erie opening the scoring, but Windsor answers right back by a familiar foe for Otters fans. As we take a look at our recap, jump right into it. As teams, some chances early on. It's a great pace to start this game, and then the Otters opening up the scoring. Some good forecheck work. Erie gets down deep. Taylor Radish chasing young defenseman Thomas Stevenson back behind his own net. Try to drop it off for his partner Austin McEnany as it sat behind the net. Erie got to it first. Ivan Lodnia with the spin-a-rooney to get through on towards Michael DiPietro, and his little backhand shot enough to fool him as it rolls up the body of DiPietro and ends up in the back of the net. Erie on the board first, 1-0. The Spitfires come right back late in the period with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. As, well, he's been driving the train for the Spitfires offense all season. Aaron Lucha set up by Sean Day. Sean Day lets the shot go for the near side. Erie made the original stop. This all comes from the Otters unable to escape their zone after a bouncing puck in the middle of the ice, and it kind of got frantic from there. As that rebound bounced around the initial stop from Timpano, Erie unable to get to that rebound, and a wide-open Luchuk bangs it home for his 17th league-leading goal of the season. Ties things at 1 through 20 minutes. Shots 11-9 in favor of the Erie Otters on that first period. Second, just around the corner. We're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best. 7 other games in the OHL. Flint and Guelph, they're knotted at 1 in the first. Hamilton with a 1-0 lead over the Oshawa Generals in the first period. 2-1 Barrie over the Peterborough Petes in the first period. Saginaw Spirit, 1-0 lead over the North Bay Battalion at the end of 1. Mississauga 2-0 over Sudbury after 1. No score, Sault Ste. Marie and Niagara in the intermission, and London and Owen Sound, they are scoreless as well. We got to take a break. Second period next. You're listening to the Erie Honors Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
An Erie Otters game is the best way to bring everyone together. Gather your family and friends or plan an office or work outing at the best entertainment value in Erie. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy discounted ticket prices with multiple seating options available. Ask one of our group sales associates today about a group outing and even upgrade into our meeting room suites for the most stylish experience at the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters sales associates are standing by to take your call and plan your night out during regular office hours at 814-455-7779.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena, gearing up for the second period. All knotted at one, Otters and Spitfires. First of four meetings between the two teams on the season, and you had a Memorial Cup final rematch. Here was knotted at one. As looks like a little discussion here at center ice with the officiating crew. They want to go take a skate around. I don't know if they're looking at the ice and the ice maintenance, and I think both teams will be sent towards their benches here for a little bit. Yep, that's where we're headed. So a little delay for a little ice maintenance here in the first period. Scoring from the opening frame, Ivan Lodney at 10-11. As he finds the back of the net for the 11th time on the season, he leads the Erie Otters in goal scoring. And for the Windsor Spitfires, it's their leading goal scorer as well. Aaron Luchuk with his 17th of the year. That leads the Ontario Hockey League. Now set up by Sean Day on the rebound in front. DePena makes the initial stop. And the rebound thrown to the back of the net by Luchuk to tie things up at one at 17:43 of the first period. That's where we're at through one as they continue to fix the ice up here for us. And the Otters went tied after one period, 3-2, 1-0. Looking to continue their home ice dominance that they've had. The Kitchener Rangers, the only team to beat Erie. The Otters 7-2 on home ice. But Windsor, they've been road warriors. 6-2 on the year. One away from the WSTU Center. While we have the time, we'll take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best 7 other games in the Ontario Hockey League here on Saturday evening. We'll light it up and see what's going on out there. Stop in Flint first in the first intermission. The Flint Firebirds, well, Storm, they're knotted at one. Ryan Merkley and Nick Camano on the board. Merkley now extends his point streak into a 12th straight game. It's the longest in the league, unless Taylor Radish can tie it. He's on an 11-game streak as well. Hamilton 2-0 over Oshawa in the first. 2-1 Barrie over Peterborough in the first period. 1-0 Saginaw over North Bay after one. Mississauga 2-0 lead over the Sudbury Wolves. This one ends up out of play. We get back to action. On that deflection. We'll bring it back here. The remaining two scores. Niagara Ice Dogs, Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds are scoreless through one. And getting underway in Owen Sound. London Knights and Owen Sound Attack are scoreless. Midway through the first, Erie loses the puck to Cole Purbu on the near side for Luchuk. Down to the corner, Logan Brown. That big frame moves it on cross ice. Missed the backhand of Luchuk. Erie snaps around the horn to the near side. Ogal kicks off the boards. It comes right to Purbu. Gives out in front. Just missed the tape of Brown as Erie banks this one up. Some hacky sack from Kyle Maximovich. Off the knee, off the skate. And he sends it in on the stick and has the puck behind the net. Offensively, Erie after it. Logan Brown digs it out of the near side. Taylor Radish followed up for a second, but they move it on to Cole Purbu. Right wing leans in on the Otters defender. They tie up down to the near side. Him and Martin collide. Now Taylor Radish, Logan Brown. 6'6", 214 pounds. Picked up an assist with the Ottawa Senators. As Lookout played in front, wide open. Purbu to the goal line. No goal. Oh, Troy Timpano doing snow angels, able to keep it out with a wide open Cole Purbu. The Otters completely lost the 18-year-old from Oakville, Ontario, in front of the net. As he tried to turn it on to the forehand, that thing trickled to the goal line. And Timpano desperately slides that left paw over to bring the puck into his own body and covers it up. But I think they want to take a look at it. You would have to go with the overhead view to see. But from all we've saw, looked like he had it. So here's a look as the puck rolls towards the goal line. We're not going to be able to tell. They'll have to go upstairs to the overhead because from that angle, with Cole Purbu poking it on the forehand, gets close to the goal line. As soon as that thing disappears behind the post, I don't know where the puck is, so we don't have access to that overhead camera. They'll take a look. But we'll let you know that we can land a decent look here. Good work, guys. That is close. That's very close. But I don't think they're going to get it. There's the replay crew. Great work by Ed Snyder and company. They come out, no goal. Joe Celestin washes it out. We will maintain a 1-1 game. Here a minute, 3 seconds in. And the Otters control and skate out to center on a pass to Max Golod. Rolls off his stick. Sean Day takes over. Wiping out on the near side is Max Golod, chopped out to center. Here comes Windsor. Right wing. Shot, glove save. Timpano holds on. The long range try from Matthew McDougall. Draw will come to the left here of Timpano. See a lot of Sean Day here. I know there are only two returning defensemen. They also didn't have this in the cards when you start the season, but Tyler Nuther was with the team last year. Decides to leave hockey. A lot of injuries and things. Decides to leave the game, preserve his body. You got to respect decisions like that, especially such a young age as well. As the Otters bounce this one up off the backside of Garrett Podubny to center ice. Garrett Podubny tied up. Fellows got it forward towards the line. And it's still loose. Swept back across into neutral ice by Windsor. Kuzevnikov ripped on in by Starikov, and Erie out of the far side corner. Bank it behind their own goal. Jack Duff reaching. A little miscommunication here there with Henry, and the Otters lose the puck. Play fair on far side with control. Gives out to the blue line. It's been picked off by the Otters, but they can't get around the defender Starikov. They hold in. Give back to Larionov. Down low, Starikov. The defender in on the play. Working on the Sean Day. Hits the side of the net with the shot. Erie ties it up behind the net. Jack Duff and Garrett Podubny. He'll flip it through the near side wall. And Patrick Fellows stopped at neutral ice by Luchuk. And here comes Sean Day wheeling into the zone. Right wing side towards the Otters circle. Run into by Jack Duff. It's loose the far side corner. Going to get two men on the chop, but look out. Erie loses the puck. Thrown up off the top of the crossbar. And it settles behind the net as Logan Brown just missed. Erie hemmed in here with this third defensive pairing and the top unit on. The forwards. It's a wrist shot. They score. Logan Brown sneaks it past Timpano from the left wing circle in a tired Erie Otters unit. And the Spitfires take advantage 2-1. Well, the Otters unable to make a change to get that puck cleared from center ice. As it was brought right back into the near side by Sean Day, and they continued with the offensive power. And as the change is on, Erie got hemmed in with the third defensive pairing and the Patrick Fellows unit on. They were gassed after an extended shift. And then the Spitfires take advantage with Logan Brown able to slip one through Timpano from the left wing side. He's got his fourth of the season, just his fifth game played, 9 points on the year. It's being returned to the Ottawa Senators. Now the Otters going to play catch up. Here comes Windsor out to center ice. Left wing side, D'Amico skating in, but Tyler Engel is just ahead of the play. That'll bring the halt in action here. The top line combines for both goals here for the Spitfires to take a 2-1 lead. That's a great call with Trevor Letowski taking over. Associate coach hired last year to join this team under Rocky Thompson, who's moved on to the AHL coaching ranks. Look out, Erie coughs the puck up. Starkov took it away from the Otters at the blue line. Erie plants a man on the far side boards, and they'll take over. And on to center ice, Jordan Sambrook on the march. He'll chase his own dump in. We'll get back to Rocky Thompson. Well, a lot of coaches from the Ontario Hockey League. A lot of movement from the bench bosses. Erie bouncing one around the near side. Rocky Thompson goes to the Chicago Wolves as the head coach. This one banked off the body of Ryan Martin the other way. Erie gathers it in and springs loose out to center ice. Taylor Radish cuts him across, but that little stick-handle move brings Erie offside with Kyle Maximovich making a beeline into the offensive zone. 16:09 remains here in the second period, and the Windsor Spitfires have their first lead of tonight's game. Luchuk taking the draw. One back by Alex Gritz. Hedrick giving some ground and banks it up off the far boards. Will find Gritz. Turns it into the zone. Followed up here by the Otters' Cade Robinson. And it's off the skate of Max Golod. Springing loose. Here comes Windsor. Played off the body of Owen Hedrick. Erie gathers it right back in. And they head out to center ice. Tape-to-tape pass to Max Golod. Steps around one defender. Swings it towards the front. Sticked away and it settles behind the net. Down low is Alex Gritz. Pushed on far side boards. Erie's going to gather it back in now. Max Golod to Wayman. Left side wrist shot deflected just wide by Alex Gritz in front. This one played off the side of the net. Flipped off the near glass. Wayman will settle it from the point. Played it off the blade of Purbu down to the near side corner. Grabbed by Henault. Tied up by the Otters' Alex Gritz and Logan Brown after it. Golod pesters him a bit. They sweep it on far side boards. Luchuk, he'll set it up for Henault and on out to center ice. Purbu trying to drift it down near side. Getting there first, Luchuk. Looking for a passing off. Just on Day, right down Main Street. Good save, Timpano on Sean Day. That's a nice look at the end of a shift for Aaron Luchuk. Finds Sean Day just stepping onto the ice. And he had room to walk in and let the wrist shot go. Timpano comes up with the stop. Almost 5 minutes in here, Erie only one shot on goal to start. It's kicked into the Otters zone, left out to the point for Sean Day. Erie reaches, couldn't poke it away on the reach from Emmett Sproul. Day with it, wrist shot, sails high, and he'll kick off the corner glass and all the way back to Windsor territory. And on the entire length of the ice, DiPietro fields the ground ball. He'll hold on. And now Erie will get a offensive zone draw coming out of this. In a 2-1 hockey game, the Spitfires have their first lead here on the night. And the Spitfires would love to carry this one. Lots of time left in the second, but when they get to the third period with a lead, they're 7-0 when leading through two. Out towards center ice. Off the skate of Martin. Look out. Martin, good recovery, but they draw a penalty as Jake Smith. It would have forced the hand of Ryan Martin for the holding call. Erie touches up. The game's first power play is going to Windsor. Holding is the call. The top-ranked power play unit in the league of the Windsor Spitfires at 31.9% takes the ice. 15 for 47 on the season. It's the Otters' 16th ranked penalty kill. The Otters went 5 for 5 last night against the Generals. Luchuk up the near side, picked off by Fellows. Gonna step around Sean Day. He'll float it on in. Fellows after it. On the near side. Pinned to the wall by Brown. Erie will take that, tie up a little bit of time, and Day plucks it out of the corner. Skates to the center, drops it off for Smith. Hands off for Brown, left wing. He gets into the zone. They'll set up shop with Luchuk at the left wing circle. He just walks right in. Now backs up. Turns away from the traffic to the point. Day. Logan Brown from the left wing circle. Day one more time. And floated on for Luchuk, right circle. Sets up Day. Looks left, gives that way. Brown trying to give back to Luchuk. Pass just off the mark. He's got 6 power play goals on the season. It's time for the 4th most. They give to Logan Brown. Give it in front. It's off a couple skates. Comes to Sean Day. Fakes. Luchuk, one-timer. And it's off the heel of his stick wide and catches the side of the net. Hedrick battling away. Trying to get it loose here. Trying to get something off. The 3 Spitfires turn Erie around in the near side corner. Finally comes to Gurney. He will find a lane to clear. Otters PK unit makes their way to the bench. 47 seconds left on the power play. Ahead to center, Logan Brown. Cross and pass just off the mark, but will be picked up by Luchuk, who prods it on near side. Jumping on in, Cadlick. Off for Purbu. Luchuk still out here. Cole Purbu on far side. Gives off Brown. One-timer, scores. Logan Brown with the second of the night. From nearly the exact same spot from earlier in the period, and it's 3-1. Spitfires ahead. There's 29 seconds left on the power play, and the Otters got caught up. 3 men along the near side, along the goal line, and wide open was Logan Brown to let it loose. And it just blows it right underneath Troy Timpano for his second of the night. Knuckled up near side by the Otters. They look to answer right back. Taylor Radish sends it around the horn, looking for Ivan Ladnia behind the goal. Swept it off the side of the net. The Spitfires take over. On to center ice. Given right side, McEnany offside. As the pass was just a little behind him, he touches up anyways. Face off in the neutral zone. Cole Purbu picks up another assist. Luchuk, 3-point night now. They added an assist on the Luchuk goal. As, well, Purbu, Luchuk, Brown has figured in on all 3 goals. 3-point nights. It's 9 points across the board for that top line. Otters send it in from center. Golod, Grits chasing. Hit by Day. Golod follows up. Looking for a passing option. Trades places with the point man. Nearly stripped away from him along the far side boards by Kuznetsov, with the Otters able to recover. They'll give out to Hedrick. Hits try off the shaft of the stick of DiPietro onto the near side corner. As it settles along the near side boards, floated back behind their own net. Back and then he takes over. Up on ahead, Erie changing behind the play, and Edwardson keeps that puck in momentarily. Now it pops loose across the blue line. Erie settles it down. Sandbrook on the near side. 11.5 to play here from the second period. Otters trail by 2 now. 3 straight for the Spitfires. On for Sean Day. Right wing circle of his own end. Forward for Engel. Right wing into the zone. Flips it back behind the net. Off the dasher. Chipped along to the near side board, so they chased after it. As a shove from Brian Martin puts D'Amico into the corner. And D'Amico gets right back up. Keeps on juggling to the near side on the twist. On for Engel. Back along the goal line. Erie. A little trouble in their own end here. Can't settle down the puck. They find a man. Wrist shot save made. A rebound still front. Cadlick had to go off the shaft of the goaltender's stick. Working on near side. D'Amico. Erie being outworked right now on their own end. Bounced around for Engel. Up the near, or rather far side boards. A point try. Sticked away by Timpano on the near side. Sproul after it. They'll fire it out to center ice right onto the tape of Yetman, but it's taken away. Starikov back anticipating it. It's played back towards the Otters line. Followed up, Cadlick back to the left wing side. With the backhand try, rising off the shoulder of Timpano. They're nearly midway through this second period, and Erie still in some trouble in their own end. Finally, they'll roll it down ice. No icing on the play, off a couple sticks, and a change for Erie in personnel. Shots in the frame, 8-2 in favor of the Windsor Spitfires. The Otters will get a gift here, an icing call. 10:02 remains in a 3-1 hockey game. The Windsor Spitfires top line. Logan Brown, Aaron Luchuk, Cole Purbu. Figuring in on all 3 goals. Luchuk, Brown, and Brown. He's got a pair in the second period alone. Starikoff gives the Sean Day face-off win as Spitfires control. On to center, Smith puts it off a skate as it pops back to the Windsor line. Sean Day weaves his way away from some traffic and holds on. And the pass dropped back for Starikoff. Looking to break out with a 2-goal lead. Starikoff waits. They'll just rip it up the near side as Henry and Smith tie up. Henry stays with them here. Ripped up the near side of the Otters zone by goaltender Timpano. It's still loose in the Erie zone. They give on to Starikoff. Along the near side wall. Backhanded down by Sermon. They follow up wide open on that play. McDougall gives to the blue line. Lining up a drive. Blocker away. And into the netting in the far side corner by Troy Timpano. McEnany was wide open at that left point. 3-1 Windsor here from the Erie Insurance Arena midway through this second period. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners. Complete with an easily accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Here on Saturday night in Erie, PA, the Otters wrapping up a stretch of home dates. I have another one next Saturday. Tickets, of course, available at the Erie Insurance Arena box office and online at erieevents.com. And also remind you about the Erie News Now Super Saver sections. All Erie Otters home games, you can find yourselves a ticket for just $12 to get into an Erie Otters home game. That's the Erie News Now Super Saver sections. The best ticket value in Otters history. As a goaltending change for the Otters, as Troy Timpano has disappeared down the runway. A shot right off the face-off from Windsor's Logan Brown. Stopped by Oberoi. Troy Timpano not on the bench right now. As Auden Oberoi comes in to relieve him. I know he left the Otters game a couple weeks ago against the Niagara Ice Dogs due to injury. It wasn't good enough to go on Wednesday against the Kitchener Rangers. Auden Oberoi made the start, but Oberoi in to replace the Otters starting goaltender Troy Timpano here. As goal per boo turned around, they give on the Brown, walks right in, fires it off the top of the inside of the cage. And that wrapping bar with the Otters back along the near side corner, chase after Brown. They center, intercepted Maximovich, and the Otters bust loose the center. Lodnia down left wing side. Finds Taylor Radish, trying to go between the legs of Logan Brown. It's taken away. Erie making a change on defense during that play as Brown floated on, looking for Cole Purbu, got it back and puts it onto the blade of Luchuk. Erie jams it away as is guided forward by Wayman. Or Ivan Lodnia right wing side, able to reel it in. Drop pass. Taylor Radish now. Hand off to Wayman. And the man on his back, Luchuk, takes it away and gives up to the line. Not out. Wayman holds in. Wrist shot. And off the pad of DiPietro to the near side corner. McEnany reverses. Sean Day on far side circle. Nice move to duck around Max Golan and hands off left wing. Gets it right back. Here's Sean Day running the gauntlet. Drops it off Luchuk. Trying to drop it off. Purbu is in front. They couldn't get it to him. Back around the horn to the near side. Stepping in, Hano. And gives on down low for Kuznetsnikov. Try the near side. Bounce it on in front. Tie up as Cade Robinson can find it over the circle. And Max Golan able to bash his way and toss it onto the near side corner. Day knuckles it up the near side. Larionov held in by the Otters. Taking it off the stick of Larionov. And Sean Day now on the near side. Gritz and Cade Robinson trying to find a passing option as he spins around and plays it for Curtis Henry at the line. Winds up slap shot. Oh, that kind of defender right off the top of the helmet. That was Hano. Here he got it right back. Henry walks in. A wrist shot off a skate wide. Everybody look out as Goldhut now trying to duck behind the defender. Gives off to Gritz. Feeds Robinson in front. Turning on the backhand. Stop made by DiPietro. This is the best offensive pressure he's had in this second period. And DiPietro senses that as the puck rolls towards him, smothers it with a whistle. The draw will be to the right of DiPietro. Stopped 18 of 19 here. He has appeared in all but one game for the Windsor Spitfires. That's the only action for Brock Byer, the first-year man for the Spitfires, as they come back the other way, quickly away from the Otters. Sent on in, Jack Duff has to flip it forward. Knuckled ahead by Chad Yetman, and off go the Otters in a 2-on-1. Carson Edwardson, right wing side. Wispro, Edwardson fires and scores! Eddie Money makes it a one-goal game. It's 3-2 Erie. Erie needed just a little bit of a break, and they got one. But the Windsor Spitfires looking to get back in the offensive zone and work the offensive pressure they've had much of this period. But Erie able to tip it past the point man. One man caught back. And the Otters' fourth line creates a scoring opportunity, 2-on-1, and Carson Edwardson absolutely rips it for his fourth of the year. He lets another one go here. That's fought off by DiPietro out of play. As the Otters have got some energy going here in this second period and into the Erie Insurance Arena. Crowd was a little quiet after the 3 straight goals for the Spitfires, and Logan Brown making it a 3-1 lead. Now the Otters within 1. Down the near side corner, fed the Hound to the far side as the Otters touch it for Fellows. Trying to step around the defender. Takes the puck back near side. Patrick Fellows charges out towards the circle. Swings it back down low. Gurney. They will knuckle that one around. And now digging in is Garrett Podubny. Takes it on far side. Stepping in front of Stevenson. Leaves it on for Patrick Fellows, who just retrieved a glove. One hand on the stick. Still trying to put that glove on. He does and gives to Gurney his try off his skate. Pops to the near sidewall. Now it's Podubny. Down low, Patrick Fellows. Twist back near side. Tries the center. Knocked away. Good defense from Sermon on the active stick. Out-muscled was Fellows along the end boards. Played up the wall, but not out. Hedrick has it. Gives to Wainman. Looking back, doesn't pass. Still holds. Wrist shot. Blocker save made. Lodney out of the rebound, but he couldn't get anything on it. Gurney will try. That was blocked. Still loose on the near side circles. And finally forced to center. And Spitfires, they can clear, and they draw a penalty. That'll take the wind right out of the sails of the Otters. McEnany now. Bring it on near side. Holds from the half wall. Floats it down low. Goaltender off to get the extra man on. Rim to the near side, McEnany. They're making changes as well in the Otter zone. Sent on left side, Logan Brown with it. His shot off a stick and out of play. Looking for the HT. As Erie deflects it away, Christian Gurney is guilty of a hooking call. Otters fans, that gives us a chance. We'll take a look at our referee lineup, brought to you by Visual Options. Joe Celestin and Ben Wilson. Our 2 officials, Mike Harrington, Scott Lawson. Our linesmen here this evening. And a second power play chance for the number 1 ranked unit in the OHL. Already 1 for 1. Here's Smith. Center point, Sean Day. Near side, Luchuk holds from the half wall. 91 leads the league in goal scoring. Day at the blue line, and again Brown left side. He's got 2 from that circle. Gives down low. Purbu sends it onto the front. Off the skate of Taylor Radish, and Erie rifles it down low. Ramp it up near side. Sean Day played it on far side. It was partially blocked, but they get it into the zone. Brown, Day, and now holding left swing side, get to the front. Save made, rebound off the post. Obroy somehow keeps it out. It's still loose. Off the shoulder of Obroy, the post. And Obroy keeps it out. Erie can't clear. It's Sean Day. Hands off Luchuk. Walks in from the circle. Save made. The rebound just knocked out to center and across the line by Erie. They come right back in Smith. Lodnia picks off a pass and will sweep it down ice. That'll allow Erie to finish the change. the near side, Smith. Back behind their own goal. McEnany with 50 seconds on the power play. Launch it out ahead. Goes off the skate of Brown. And he holds on. Wind things up across the Otters logo at center ice. That long reach of Logan Brown brings it into the zone. Twirls away from traffic of Carson Edwardson. Holds from the near side. Options up high and down low. Goes to McEnany up high. Left side circle. It's on back for McEnany from Luchuk. They set up a man in front. Firing it was Smith. It was partially blocked. Grabbed by Windsor. They still hold. With time running out of the power play. Down to 15 seconds. Luchuk left wing side. Wrist shot off the mark. Off the near side corner boards, and Brown holds it. 5 seconds of the power play. Luchuk back for Brown. Right wing. Wrist shot blocked by the Otters, and they'll rifle it off the near side glass on the clear. Erie killed off this one. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-2 lead for the Windsor Spitfires. The Otters, they're on it. Bounce it in front. Here's Maximovich. Not enough on it as he rolls it towards the goaltender. The reason he wasn't able to get that backhand shot off was because of a slashing call. It was Thomas Stevenson that knocked the stick out of the hands of Kyle Maximovich as he was turned around right between the face-off circles. And Erie gets their opportunity with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left. In the second period. Ripped down ice at the face-off win by McEnany. And on after it, behind the goal, Playfair. Tied up by Owen Hedrick. And the Otters settle things down from their own line, but it's coughed up along the near side circle after a deflection from Playfair. Hedrick steps into him one more time, and Taylor Radish just pins it along the wall until Tyler Engel skates by, and now Erie can march it towards center. Here's Kyle Maximovich. Heads cross ice, enters on the right wing. Down low goes Golod. Maximovich flips it on near side for Carson Edwardson. Now Golod. Now to the blue line, Taylor Radish. Hedrick, Erie looking to set up shop. Now they will, Maximovich. Hedrick, Radish on the right side. Moves on in, walks in, wrist shot. Got the mask of DiPietro. Hedrick again, center point. Radish on the right side. Back to Hedrick with a slap shot. Glove save. DiPietro, and he holds on. It was heading up high. Stops it anyways, plucking it out of the sky. And the second unit comes on. You heard from Chris Hartsburg during the intermission saying he broke up that top unit, changing some personnel around. Wanted to create some competition between the power play units. Wouldn't call it a 1 and a 2. We'd call it 1A, 1B. Want to see these guys perform. But the competition, friendly competition between this Otters group. They hold at the blue line. Garrett Podubny. Wrist shot. Blocker save made. And Gurney towards the rebound. Logan Brown steps in front of him. And he'll lift it up to the wall, but not out. Sambrook nicely gloves it down and holds in. Garrett Podubny with a man in front. Sends it off his skate. But it's gathered off the wall by Ivan Lodnia. They give to Podubny. Center point. Wrist shot. Blocked in front. Never made it on goal, and Brown will pitch it off the near side. Dasher and on down Oberoy. Settles it down. Gives out to Jordan Sambrook. Fresh penalty killers for the Spitfires with 21 seconds on the power play. Looking for Lodnia. Pass off the mark. Erie's going to back up now. All the way behind their own goal. And Lodnia, who opened the scoring tonight, on towards center. Looking for Garrett Podubny. Rolls off a top of his stick. And it's cleared with Windsor getting to it first. And the power play over. Stepping out Stevenson with under a minute to go here in the second period. 3-2 Windsor. Erie floats it near side for Gritz. Too much air on the pass. Still bobbled around here by Sean Day, and Gritz able to take over. With half a minute to go. Center point. Sandbrook. Wrist shot. Blocker save. Comes to Gritz in the left wing circle. Is his try. Gobbled up by DiPietro, and he holds on. 28.6 on the clock. That's tough to get any more than 2 past Michael DiPietro. 2.15 goals against average on the season. 1 shutout. That's .932 save percentage. Only one other goaltender. The better goals against average. Anthony Dumont Bouchard in Kitchener has been banged up. Hasn't played the last few games. In they come again. Windsor down the near side looking for Brown. Turned around by Owen Hedrick, and Gritz chip it up the near side boards with 12 seconds remaining in the period. They'll leave it on left side for Stevenson. Out ahead to center ice. A stick lift. Followed up, though, is Brown. Left wing. His wrist shot fought off by Oberoy. Gloves it down. Has it behind the net. And time expires. Just not enough. For the Windsor Spitfires, again, making their way into the Otters zone. Logan Brown with a 2-goal period establishes the Windsor lead. Carson Edmondson got one back for the Otters, but it's 3-2 Windsor through 40 minutes of play. We'll step for a break. UPMC intermission report coming up after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. Come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer indirect lending service. Where's the only place to get official Erie Otters merchandise? Well, that would be by visiting the Erie Otters store, of course. Part of the Erie Otters front office, located at 201 East 8th Street. Fans can browse the largest selection of certified official Erie Otters shirts, hats, sweatshirts, novelties, and more. While you're there, order your custom-made Otters jersey, now available in the new white version. Merchandise is also available 24/7 online at ErieOttersStore.com and can be purchased at the Erie Insurance Arena at pop-up shops during all Erie Otters home games. Show your Otters pride and wear what the team wears.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Doyle. Welcome to this week's edition of OHL News, presented by Bauer. Coming up on this week's show, we'll get an update on the OHL's education program as the minor midget season is well underway, and many of those players will look to come to the Ontario Hockey League next year. That's coming up in a moment, but first, this week's OHL On the Run Player of the Week is overage forward Aaron Luchuk of the Windsor Spitfires. He had 9 points in 3 games last week on the back of 4 goals and 5 assists and was a +2. Luchuk helping the Spitfires to be one of the top teams in the Western Conference early this season, and he is right near the top of the Ontario Hockey League scoring race. The 20-year-old from Kingston, now playing in his 4th full season with the Spitfires, originally chose him in the 4th round of the 2013 OHL Priority Selection. And speaking of the OHL Priority Selection, of course, the 2018 edition comes up next April. Daniel Broussard is the Director of Recruitment for the Ontario Hockey League and was one time chosen in the OHL Priority Selection by the Sarnia Sting. Now he gets a chance to talk to many of the minor midget players and their parents about the Ontario Hockey League, and we chatted this week about how things are going so far this year. With Daniel Broussard now from the Ontario Hockey League, and for you, I know it's a chance to this time of year check out a lot of the minor midget hockey action and see the players that we will eventually see coming into the Ontario Hockey League over the next couple of years. How are things looking as you get a chance to visit many of the arenas so far this year?
Hey Terry, thank you so much for having me. It's been a wild and rocky and that starts the season. There's a lot of tournaments going on. We're in the big part of the season, obviously with Canada Russia coming up in Owenstown and Sudbury, but in between that we have our big annual event, Battle of the Border, at the WFCU Center in Windsor. This year we've actually instituted the U18 division as well as the U16 division, so it's a great event for us in terms of recruiting. All the best American teams are going to be there, all the best Ontario teams are going to be there, so the scouts are happy, I'm happy and really looking forward to it, because the draft class was really strong this year.
For I know many of the Ontario Hockey League team scouts getting a chance to see the players on the ice, and I know you checked that out as well, but I would think in your role it's also a chance to meet a lot of the young players and their parents as well.
Yeah, so I get to know the family pretty much on a personal level. We usually, I sit down with the top 40 ranked players, get to know them as people, get to learn about their family and learn about their concerns about the OHL, and obviously educate them because I had a great career in the OHL, so it's a great process that we go through up till the draft in April.
As you sit down with them, what are some of the things they want to know from you? Because I'm sure it's one thing that you have an idea what you'd like to tell them, but it's more, just as important what they want to know.
Yeah, you know what? Not a lot of people are educated on our league. Obviously, we've adapted our policies throughout the year. Education package is probably the biggest thing I talk about. Obviously getting your education paid for while you're on a roster, and then after you graduate from the league, you're able to access a scholarship package. Not a lot of people know that. And obviously, especially for the Americans, it's something that is very valuable to them. So I guess the education piece is the biggest one. Obviously, player development. We are known for putting players into the NHL, but obviously when we sit down and break it down by round and by everything like that, there's some really overwhelming data out there that I can really convince a family, say from the States, to come up here and play.
For people who aren't aware, you obviously, as we said, you played in Sarnia, you played in Ottawa, but then you went to the University of Guelph. So sort of pick it up as after you left playing in the Ontario Hockey League.
Yeah, so once I graduated, I even had a job before I even graduated at the University of Guelph with Pepsi here in Toronto. Worked for Pepsi for a year. It was a great company to work for. Obviously learned one of the top CPG companies in the world. And then a year into my job, I got a call from the OHL asking me to come interview for the director of player recruitment role. And obviously I was very happy and very lucky to get the position. And so I'm a year in now. It's been a wild ride for me, I guess, since I first came up here when I was 17. So, but I couldn't be happier. It's been a blessing for sure.
I know for you it was a case of balancing hockey and education all the way through. As you finished up your OHL career, I understand you already had credits, university credits in your back pocket that you were able to, continue using at the University of Guelph.
Yeah, so I actually completed 1 full year of university via online courses at Guelph. So I only did actually 3 years of actual going to school. So I obviously wanted to fast track and get on with my career. I knew that that's something that I was really looking forward to. But yeah, it was really great. Obviously, I got my education paid for by staying in the 67s while I was playing, and then obviously after as well. So it was great. Came out with no debt at all, and I could really start my life.
And I guess that's the thing, a story like that, I've got to think mom and dad, especially, the eyes just light up when you can relay that to them.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great story, and I really have to thank my support network, my parents, and everyone involved with that as well.
That was the OHL's Director of Recruitment, Daniel Broussard. The top performers for the month of October are out, and the OHL Player of the Month is St. Louis Blues prospect Jordan Kyrou of the Sarnia Sting. He led all scorers with 25 points in a dozen games and was a +9, while his teammate, Justin Fazio, is the Vaughan OHL Goaltender of the Month. He posted an 8-0 record during October with a 2.48 goals against average and .939 save percentage. The OHL Defenseman of the Month is Sean Dursey of the Owen Sound Attack with 20 points through 11 games. And the Rookie of the Month, Andrei Svechnikov of the Barrie Colts. He topped all newcomers with 9 points with 7 goals and 2 assists in just 5 games that he was able to play during October. Congratulations to all of the OHL Performers of the Month for October. Meantime, the 2017 CIBC Canada-Russia Series comes up next week. The OHL stops are Thursday, November 9th in Owen Sound and Monday, November 13th at Sudbury. Be sure to visit chlcanadarussia.ca for updates on the event, including the OHL roster. There will be 3 OHL players suiting up for Team Russia during the event as well. Alexei Lipanov of the Barrie Colts, Dmitry Samorkov of the Guelph Storm, and from the host Sudbury Wolves of Game 4, Dmitry Sokolov. Well, that's going to do it for our show this week. You've been listening to OHL News presented by Bauer. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us.
You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Tom.
Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me selling Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 mega millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $16,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $16,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price and prior to tax, title, and license fees.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western omelet breakfast sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where the Erie Otters find themselves trailing the Windsor Spitfires. (3-2) through 40 minutes of play. Well, I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the UPMC Intermission Report. We'll step into the Otters recap in that first period for the Otters. Well, good pace to begin this game in Erie. They were working in that first period, and then Ivan Ladnia, after the Otters create a turnover, he picks the puck up out of the near side. Nice twirling move to get it on goal, and has it roll up Michael DiPietro. Otters take a 1-0 lead, but that'll be matched by Aaron Luchuk. .17:43, which is 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first period. Windsor finds themselves on the board to tie things up at 1. After the first period, Erie into the second. Well, things just got away from them. With the Logan Brown, Aaron Luchuk, Cole Purbu line taking over. With a quick pair of goals starting at 2:03 with Logan Brown just sneaking one through Timpano on the the far side post on the short side to give him a lead of 2-1. And then Logan Brown again on the power play from nearly the same circle, same spot as he did it for his first. Just lets a slap shot go at the end of a power play. It slides underneath Timpano to make it 3-1. And that was it for Timpano, as he would exit the game. And in comes on an Oberoi after Timpano allows 3 on 18 shots. But that kind of woke the Otters up a little bit, as they were finally able to get into the offensive zone and create some trouble. It was all Windsor in that second period up until that point. And Timpano, the interesting is he didn't rejoin the team on the bench. I'm not sure if it's injury. We'll have to find out. Get an update a little later. The Otters, though, at least get a bit of a boost as they find themselves in a 2-on-1 situation. Sproul and Edwardson, and it's Carson Edwardson with a huge shot from the right wing circle. Snipes it past DiPietro. They bring Erie within 3-2 through the first 40 minutes. Shots 14-10 in favor of the Spitfires in the second period. And the Spitfires out shooting Erie 23-21. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels. Proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. 7 of the games in the OHL. Flint and Guelph still tied at 1. Hamilton with a 3-2 lead over the Oshawa Generals. Barrie Colts, Peterborough Petes, they are tied at 2 in the second period. Saginaw with a 4-1 lead over the North Bay Battalion heading into the second intermission. The Mississauga Steelheads with a 2-1 lead over the Sudbury Wolves. That's almost after 2. 2-1 Sault Ste. Marie through 40 minutes over the Niagara Ice Dogs. Still scoreless in Owen Sound. Monday night's Owen Sound attack. We'll be back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer suggested retail price. This stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's 2 or more at each price. Altima HN 307-132, Versa HL866268.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash marks, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. We're set for the third period. Windsor Spitfires, 1-goal lead in the final 20 minutes. It's 3-2 Windsor. So we get going, Luke Chuck into the zone near side. 3-point night, goal, 2 assists so far in the evening. Played on the blue line as They hold in and bash it onto the near side. Logan Brown reaching for it. What a hand off to Luchuk. Now Stevenson shot. It's off the stick of Martin back behind the net. Logan Brown leaves it there for Cole Purbu. Near side Luchuk with a shot off a leg and pinballs back behind the net. Now Martin reaching for it. Luchuk got it right back. Feeds it down low looking for Brown. He's tripped up by Martin. And the Otters find it behind the net. Jordan Sambrook hits the brakes and banks it back for Ryan Martin. On an Oberoi between the pipes for the Otters. Comes in for Troy Timpano, who's still not on the Otters bench. And Erie, look out, they cough the puck up right wing side. Smith comes right into the zone. His shot gets his Oberoi up high, and it settles back behind the net. Owen Hedrick there for Erie. Out to center for Robinson with Alex Gritz. Long range try. Sails over the head of goaltender DiPietro. Golod holds on. To Gritz. Cycle on for Erie. Out top, it's Hedrick. Gets to his partner Wayman. Shot off a stick. That catches Jake Smith and down to the near side wall. Chipped up by Windsor, and on to center they go. Max Golod on the back check. Comes back and disrupts things for McDougal. They try the left wing side one more time, and it's tossed in by Smith. Minute and a half to go, or off the clock. Here in the third, 1-goal lead for the Spitfires. Erie has come back once from a deficit heading into the third period. That was in Guelph. They trailed by 1. Jordan Sambrook tied things up, and Erie eventually fell in a shootout. But the Otters are 0-6-0-1 when trailing after 2 periods. They overskate the puck out at center ice, and a penalty coming up as Cade Robinson got the stick up on Jake Smith in the neutral zone. And Erie's going to be shorthanded for the third time tonight. That lethal power play takes the ice. 1 for 2. Almost had another one on that second try. The top right unit back onto the ice. Sean Day looks left, gives that way. It's Brown. Down low, power move. Purbu knocked out of midair by the Otters as he tried to twist it on from the backhand to the forehand. They hold in from the blue line. There's Sean Day. He gives on to Luchuk on the right side. Out up top, Day. Looks, little twirling pass to Luchuk at the right circle. He spins back the overager, looking for Sean Day. The pass just out of reach. And it's on out to center ice. Day holds on back at his own end. Slows down and then turns on the Jets. Right down Main Street, trying to kick his way through, and it comes loose in front of the Otters goaltender. Still loose, and it's in the crease. And Erie gets there, rips it off the far glass, and out ahead. Lodney trying to pick up this puck for a short-handed try. One man to beat as he wheels back on the far side corner. Now trying to dish off. He'll just send it back to the Erie zone for Josh Wayman. Smart penalty killing by the Otters. Almost sprung loose after that puck. Jammed around inside the Erie crease, and Oberoi able to keep it out. Giving on to Brown on the near side. They hold behind their net. McEnany, he'll lead the march forward. Shifts on to the near side, and from center, his pass off the stick of Brown. He'll find it along the left wing side. Man in front, trying to get it to him. It's cut off by Owen Hedrick. Erie rims it around far side. It'll bounce down ice on the clear with 38 seconds on the power play. Windsor ahead 3-2. Looking to regain their 2-goal lead. McEnany on left wing for Sermon. Steps around Sambrook, spun around a bit. Martin follows up. Puck behind the Otters net to the far side. Cadlick, they give up high. McEnany again. A 17 to go. Brown from left wing circle. Slides it across with a shot. Getting across Oberoi as he stomps Cadlick. Still looking for his first in the OHL. Holds it now. Another wrist shot. Blocked by Martin. Fires it up off the window. McEnany stops it. And it's grabbed by the Otters and angled down ice. As out of the box comes Robinson. Erie's killed off a second one. Hedrick out in his own line. Just chips it right in his own bench. With 4 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock here in the third, Erie's killed off the Windsor power play. They trail by 1. It's 3-2. As the Otters will, they got to try and get a third goal past Michael DiPietro. It's difficult to do. Erie gives out the center, missing on the pass. They're looking for Golod. This will be no icing. Erie, fortunate play here, going for the backhand try is Gritz. After icing was waved off. That was strange. Trevor Letowski, as soon as that was waved off, he had 1 foot on the bench of the Spitfires looking for what's up with that. And he caught everybody by surprise. It was hard enough coming down the left wing side, and it looked like Windsor was won the race to the face-off dots, but it doesn't matter because it's all about where that puck is, which is along the near side, and Erie was closest to it. That's why it was waved off, and the Otters got an opportunity out of it. Caught everybody unexpected, but here comes Day going the length of the ice. Erie poke checks it away, and it's out to center. And taking off is Max Golod, left wing side. Trying to lean in towards the net, draws a call as he's turned around. And the speed of Max Golod forces Daniel D'Amico to take a slashing call. And Erie gets an opportunity here in this third period with the man advantage. Otters power play 0 for 1 on the evening. Golden opportunity to tie things up here. Erie gets the puck back to Owen Hedrick. And sends it down low for Golod. Try to swing it out to the front for Edwardson. That was stopped by DiPietro, and they whistle it down the ice. Oberoy sends it on far side wall near the Otters bench. But it's going to be picked up by Luchuk on the forecheck with the PK. They find Logan Brown at the right wing circle. He's going to escape back, hand off near side. Stevenson floated towards the goal, kicked away by Oberoy. And here's Carson Edwardson of the Otters. Spins away some traffic and now can skate forward. And Erie back in possession with it, but wasted 35 seconds off the clock. Edwardson on the near side with Golod taken by Luchuk. And Erie back on to their own end. First unit stays on. They've done a lot of chasing in the first 50 seconds of the man advantage, and Owen Hedrick, he'll skate it out. Ahead to center, across the blue line. Run into, puck loose, and cleared on goal to Oberoy on the shot by Cole Purbu. Minute left. Parts of the second unit comes on for Erie. Taylor Radish charges forward. Leaves it left side, Edwardson. Trying to get back to the Otters' fourth-year man, Taylor Radish, but it comes out to the point. Sambrook holds. Taylor Radish right side. Gives down low off the stick of Max Golod. Edwardson will find it back behind the net, but they can't get it away from Sean Day. Big pile up in the far corner. Day tied up by Edwardson. Golod finds the puck. Slides it out for Sambrook. Fakes the shot. Gives to Taylor Radish. Drops it off Maximovich at the left point. Looking for Edwardson. Got it right back. Did Maximovich, and Erie finds Taylor Radish on the right side. Looking to give out to the front of the net. Shoved down was Edwardson, and it's backhanded out by Windsor. 13 seconds on the power play. Erie changing ahead as Sambrook holds it behind his own goal. As one last rush, they quickly move the puck on the power play. That won't happen there. Off the stick of Garrett Podubny, and Logan Brown feeds it down low. Luchuk in the corner. Penalty's over out of the box. Steps D'Amico as Podubny finds Ivan Lodny out at his own line, but the Otters still have to give ground. Looking for Lodny out near side, neutral zone. Fires it into the zone, slowed by DiPietro. McEnany. And right back out of the zone as Erie was changing a defender. D'Amico, lots of speed, drops it off Luchuk, Otter zone. Wrist shot, shoulder stop made. Bouncing in front of the goaltender, Oberoy. And it squirts loose for Ivan Lodny to charge ahead. Lodny looking for Robinson. Just too far ahead on the pass. Him and McEnany collide, and down to the ice goes McEnany. Erie has the puck. Lodny with a slap shot. Stick broke. And the Otters couldn't get enough on that try. Stopped by DiPietro. No rebound to be picked up by Robinson as Logan Brown just feeds it back to Erie's zone. Erie gives it right back out at center. Gritz follows up on D'Amico. Still loose, and Wayman finds it at the red line. Enters down right down the middle of the ice, trying to step around Starikov. It's jammed up. Erie gets a fortunate bounce off a stanchion. Here's Gritz with a wrister. And it's right to the bread basket of DiPietro, who holds on with 12:15 remaining here in the third period. Face off to the right of Michael DiPietro as the Otters outshot 14-10 in that second period. Still hold a two-shot advantage on that, and also a one-goal lead with the Spitfires. Looking to keep up with the Joneses in that West Division. Sarnia Sting and the Sioux Greyhounds, who lead the Ice Dogs right now 2-1. Erie shuffling the puck in their own end. Sandbrook in a bit of trouble. Gives it on for Curtis Henry. He's in trouble as well as he's run into by Tyler Engel. Erie able to flip it up forward, but not out. Held in here. They almost got the puck away from Curtis Henry. Luckily for Erie, Sandbrook was back. Floated back onto center. Starikoff to Day in the right circle. Poke check by the Christian Gurney, and he sends it onto the corner for Fellows. Steps away from Starikoff. Gives off to Ivan Ladnia. Twirls on near side. Looking for an option at the blue line. It'll be Henry. Wrist shot. Deflected on goal. Taylor Radish. And DiPietro again with the stop. Otters trying to hold it. Henry does, but it comes right to Engel. He's got some room to skate it forward. Sends it out to center red. Knocked out of midair by Jordan Sandbrook, and Taylor Radish with it into the zone right wing side. Comes busting down, trying to make a sharp angle stop. DiPietro holds on. Squirts loose to Maximovich. Along the blue line, reaching. They can't knock it off his stick. He hands off to Ladnia. Lots of movement from the Otters here. Go back door, and it's kicked away by DiPietro. A try from Radish settles in the far corner. Maximovich for Radish. Bouncing puck. It's knocked off his stick to the near side. Ladnia, the Otters, they're buzzing right now in the offensive zone. Maximovich up the near side. Drops it off for Sandbrook. Power move. Firing it to the front of the net. Taylor Radish is denied by DiPietro. And out to center ice comes Sermon. Lone man into the Otters zone. Watched by Hedrick. As Jordan Sandbrook comes over. Almost took the puck away. It would have been offside. Now they blow the whistle. As just on was Matthew McDougall. On the offside play. 10:27 to go in the third period. Windsor holding to the 1-goal lead. It's 3-2 for Erie. Good bit of offensive zone time from their top line. Nothing to show for it, however. There's Gritz at center. Stepped into by Stevenson. Puck followed up by Owen Hedrick, but he put it right off the body of his own man, Robinson. Here comes Logan Brown. Shot off a stick. Kicks off the corner boards, and Erie skates the center with 3 men strong. We're going to get ahead for Cade Robinson towards the net, firing to the front, and it's blocked on a sliding McEnany on that centering pass. It was nearly a 3-on-1. Erie regathers themselves from center. Max Golod carries the mail and floats it out towards center. Knocked down by Stevenson. Hand off right wing side. In comes Jake Smith just on. Poke check by Wayman. Logan Brown follows up. Golod helps out. Wayman nudges it forward, and Gritz able to pass it on ahead for Owen Hedrick. He's got a head of steam here end of his ship. They'll snap it into the zone and drift in after it as Erie changes the 4 other Otters behind the play. Hedrick will make his turn now as well. Sean Day drops it off McEnany up ahead. Erie picks one off. Gurney wrist shot, blocked it away to the corner. Luchuk gets it right back. Reverses. Garrett Podubny there. That's put off the body of Jake Smith, and it stays inside Windsor territory. Garrett Podubny digs it out. Man in front of Sandbrook. They can't get it to him. They go to the blue line. Martin leaves it on near side. Didn't know Sandbrook was in on the play, and here comes Windsor with a 2-on-1. McDougall on a cross. Getting enough was Martin to deny Jake Smith. Now Erie lifts it out to center. Nearly another time that the Otters got caught on that D-to-D pass. Happened the other day against Kitchener Rangers. Sandbrook going to Martin. That was picked off by Colt Sherwood for a breakaway goal. Fortunately for the Otters, could make it happen. Wadnia carries back the other way. His drop pass to Maxim. Erie in the zone here. Float it towards the net. That's partially blocked in Sean Day. Able to lean and hand off, but Erie almost took that puck away. And they're caught up ice. Into the zone. Offside, however. D'Amico just a stride ahead on that deflection. But had that puck in midair. Otters again march the center. Ladnia, right wing side. Just lost the handle. Sean Day stands him up, but crashing in Maximovich, poked away for a second. Day recovers, and D'Amico looks to center. Leaves it on right side for Cadlick. Trying to step between 2 Otters. Look out, here comes Cadlick. Save made, rebound, angle, another stop by Oberoy, reaching with the glove. Oh, goodness. Oberoy keeps it a 1-goal game. Otters got to clear this puck. I don't know how on and Oberoy made both of those stops, but here come the Otters with a chance the other way. Radish right down Main Street, and the shot sails high on the blocker side. Ladnia holds in. Erie trying to give back to Ladnia. He couldn't take that bouncing puck as it's ripped back in by Wayman. On and Oberoy with the stops of the night, 2 of them. Just absolutely robbed Tyler Engel after a first one on Adam Cadlick. Here comes Brown now. His try kicked away by the Otters goaltender Oberoi. They give in front, wide open. Oberoi gets across again and robs Luchuk. Have mercy. And the Otters floated out to center. Cole Purbu right back into the zone. Looks right. Skates that way. Gives left. Logan Brown toe drag. Drops it off. A shot from Starkov. Blocked by the Otters Robinson. Back behind the net. Wayman ties up Luchuk. After the couple saves Oberoi made the other day against Kitchener, he's going to be all over the save highlight reel next week for Jane's Saves on the OHL website. Luchuk after from the far side corner. Hit by Wayman. Wayman tumbles down to the ice. Coming out of the pile-up, Brown gives off to Cole Purbu. Lays it for Starkov. Winds up, slap shot, heavy slapper. Off the mark, hit a couple bodies. Robinson picks it up. He's got some room to skate to center ice. He hits center Ed and slide it in down with 6.5 to go. 3-2 Windsor. And the Otters grab their breath after the couple huge saves from On and Oberoi here in this third period. Gurney sends the puck in from center. Bouncing around behind the net. Played on the near side boards. Crashing in is Sandbrook. They escape out to center ice. Sermon. He'll dump it in. As Oberoi feeds it near side. Right to Sermon. Tries to center as he takes a hit. And the Otters intercept. Poked forward by Quidubney to Christian Gurney. First man in, 1-on-4. And it's knifed away. Good play by Henault. Here got it right back though. Gurney left it out at center ice. Comes into the zone now with Patrick Fellows. Gurney turns it on the forehand and just misses on the shot. Glove hand side. Looking near wall. Trying to clear. Sandbrook pinches in all the way down to the bottom of the circle. Leaves it to the corner. There's no one there. Erie's changing behind the play. Lodnia comes in as Henault lofts this one down ice. It'll go for an icing call with 5:30 remaining in regulation time. Windsor Spitfires came so close multiple times. Cannot beat On and Oberoi, who robs Luchuk right on the doorstep. Also stops Tyler Angle as well with that bouncing puck in the crease. It stays a one-goal game, 3-2. Windsor ahead. Otters fans, True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk. Pick yourself up a gallon today at your local grocer. Draw comes all the way back to the Windsor zone, to the left of Michael DiPietro. The Otters send out their top line. As Windsor has to send out their 5 players. So we get back to action. Draws to the left to DiPietro. Lodnia steps in on the draw. Banks this one down the near side wall. And it's thrown behind the net by McDougall. Day will get there. Tied up by Maximich. Knocked it loose as Henault run into by the Otters Taylor Radish. Radish pulls it out of the corner. Gives on to the front of the net off the stick of a defender. And out to center goes Windsor. Ripped on in by McDougall. Oberoi slows it down. Sends it for Wayman in the corner. And ahead for Lodnia. Man to the right. That's Taylor Radish. Busting down the right wing. Throws it to the front of the net. Off the stick. A goaltender played by high stick by the Otters. To be held in at the blue line. Wayman gives off to Ivan Lodnia. Wrist shot through traffic. Patted away by Michael DiPietro. Lodnia to the puck. Open is Hedrick on the near side. Fakes a slapper. Hands off to Wayman. Wrist shot. Score! Somebody call my mama. The Otters have tied this game at 3 with 4:43 to go. Josh Wayman with his second of the season. The wrister with lots of traffic in front. finds its way past Michael DiPietro. We're all knotted up at 3. Brand new hockey game from the Erie Insurance Arena. It took 30 shots for the Otters to get a third one past Michael DiPietro. And after it is Max Gola to the near side, Alex Gritz. Blue line, Sandbrook. Erie in and after in the offensive zone. Gola just deflects one just past goaltender DiPietro. Picked up by Aaron Luchuk. Out of that pile up, skates forward. Options to the left and right. Goes right. Cole Purvu, Luchuk to the net. They get that way. Slowed down by Oberoi. Penalty coming up. I think it's going to be the Otters. As whistle sounds, Gola touches up. Jordan Sandbrook's coming to the penalty box for the Otters on a slashing call. Caught Aaron Luchuk down past the net in the Erie zone. And with 4:04 to go, turkey on the table here for the Windsor Spitfires to reclaim their lead. Draws to the left of Monin Oberoi. Out to the blue line, Sean Day. Gives to the right side. There's Luchuk. Trying to go cross ice. It's off his stick. And flies out of play. To the near side corner. And after the deflection, it stays inside Erie territory. Here on the face-off, Otters pick it up. Wainman rifles it off the glass. It'll angle out to center, and Logan Brown settles it down. On for Sean Day. The Spitfires move out to center ice. This top power play unit in the league. Luchuk back for Sean Day. Had to corral it, couldn't get a shot away. Sends it to the blue line for Logan Brown. On down low, driving the lane. Tossed out in front by Jake Smith. Bounce around in front of the Otters net. It'll poke out to center. Reaching is Day. It goes across the line. And the Otters get a whistle on the offside play. And barely came across the line with Sean Day bringing it back in. A draw back in front of the Otters bench. There's our slow-mo cam right in front of Erie bench. The Otters, all 17 on the bench, calling for it as well. As Erie, Martins snaps it back onto center. We get back to play. Logan Brown enters left wing side for the Spitfires. On for Smith, who puts a shot off a stick wide. Gets it right back on the dish from Cole Purbu. Luchuk to the blue line. Sean Day right back for Luchuk on the far side. Purbu down low. Option. They bounce it out for Sean Day. Right back to Luchuk along the far side boards. Pitch and catch. Poke checked, and Purbu will find it. Charges behind the net. Roughed up by Ryan Martin. Somebody lost a stick. That was Ryan Martin along the Zamboni boards. They give across. Luchuk. Fan on the shot. Erie. Taylor Radish pokes it loose. And now Lodnia can carry it out the center. Ivan Lodnia trying to float it forward just out of the reach of Taylor Radish. And back the other way for Windsor. It's Logan Brown. Hands off to Sean Day. Erie bit gas getting back to their own end on this PK. 30 seconds left with it. In front, here's a try for Smith, and it's off the goaltender Oberoi to the near side. The blue line, Sean Day. Right side, Logan Brown already with 2. Back in the second period. Erie's tied things up late. 3-3. Still with the power play for 14 seconds. Looking for Smith. Reached by Hedrick. Knocks it out of midair, but it settles on for Purbu on the near side. They go back to Sean Day. Opening up, here's Brown on the backside, trying to outweight Oberoi. It's loose in front after the first stop, knocked to the far side corner. Now back behind the goal. Brown out of the box, steps Sambrook. Erie's killed it off. Swept around the near side. This will go, but not out of the zone. Day has it. Little head fake around Sambrook. Holds from the circle, gives out in front. Off the skate of Taylor Radish. Both these teams, you can tell, gassed on their way out here. Wayman steps in front of Cole Purbu. Chips it up the wall. Reaching is Lodnia. It'll get out to center and into Windsor territory. That's a dog-tired unit that gets off for Erie. Floated on far side. Jordan Sandbrook there for Erie. Looking for Martin. That loose stick still there. That used to belong to Ryan Martin back in the PK. We're even strength now with a minute and a half to go. Otters lose it out to center ice. That goes off a glove. Picked up by Verdubny for a second, but grabbed by McDougal, who skates the center ice. Into the zone, offside. Angle ahead of the play. And after the frantic 2 minutes and 15 seconds, we get a stoppage. With a draw coming back out to neutral ice. Minute 15 to go in a 3-3 hockey game. The first of 4 matchups between these two teams in the Memorial Cup final rematch. We'll have a timeout here. The Spitfires with momentum. Gelling from the power play opportunity. They'll rest the big guns. This final minute 15. Otters a chance as well. The Otters have only tied a game up once this season when trailing after 2 periods. That was against Guelph. Jordan Sambrook. The tying goal just a little over a week ago. And this time another defender, Josh Wayman, with the second of the season. Here late in the third period. Ties things up for the Otters. It draws out from neutral ice. Here comes Brown, just barges his way into the offensive zone. They tie up to get possession. Burbu, it's a quick minute breather. They're right back on the ice. Martin reaching for it, still tied up behind the net. Minute to go. Luchuk has it, takes it to the corner. Roughed up by Sandberg a bit. The Otters poke it away. And here comes Kyle Maximovich left wing side. Going to the net, Edwardson. Looking for Edwardson, got a piece of it towards the goal, and it's DiPietro keeping it out. Sandberg holds the blue line. Played on near side, intercepted by Luchuk, and he takes off. Aaron Luchuk brings it in left wing. His shot wide open, banks to McEnany. Rich shot is blockered away by Overoy. Now Purbu with half a minute to go. Tied up behind the Otters goal. Comes to Carson Edwardson. He rips it up off the glass. Bounces. Luckily for the Otters, that was close to going out. And Garrett Podubny heads wide right. 20 seconds left. Podubny drops it off. Maximovich wrist shot. Save made. Rebound. Swept away before Podubny could get there. And McDougal sends it on. Back off a stick of Wayman. 10 seconds to go. Settling it down, Erie. We'll try one last time. 2 seconds. Wayman's going to hold on. Look ahead. It's on for Lodnia, but that's going to do it in regulation time. Otters needed a 30th shot to slip a third goal past Michael DiPietro to tie things up at 3. And with 4:43 left on the clock, Josh Wayman knotted things up. And we're headed to overtime here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Here's Erie out an early 1-0 lead at 10-11 with Ivan Lodnia opening the scoring, but Windsor would rattle off the next 3. With Logan Brown and Aaron Luchuk figuring in on each of them. Luchuk at 17:43 the first to tie things up. Then Logan Brown took over in the second period with a pair of goals, including one on the power play that would chase Troy Timpano from the net. He did not come back from the locker room, assuming it's injury that left him out. As Troy Timpano allowed 3 goals on 18 shots. In comes Anand Overoy, who has stopped the next 14. Allows the Otters to climb back into the game with Carson Edwardson. And then Josh Wayman at 15-17 to tie things up. There we go. 3-on-3 overtime. Maximovich, Radish, Hedrick will start. Taylor Radish picks the puck up, sweeps it back for Owen Hedrick at his own line. Into overtime. The Otters 1-1-1-1. When it gets past regulation, only one overtime game for the Windsor Spitfires, one that they dropped. As Hedrick still holding behind his own goal. Out ahead for Taylor Radish. 11-game point streak on the line for Taylor Radish. Going to duck around Logan Brown, who's reaching in on him. Radish going to try and drive the net now. Puts it to the net. Loose in front. And diving to smother it is DiPietro. Radish coming across the goal mouth. Got the try away. Maximovich followed up. DiPietro says no. Overtime loss October 5th against the Sioux Greyhounds. Erie wins the face-off back. Sandbrook for Lodnia. Trying to create some space for himself. Heads down wide right. Lodnia dragged to the front of the net. Taken away by McEnany. And on for Luchuk out the center. Erie trying to get back. Luchuk down. Shake and bake move. In on goal. Going to the 5. Oh, and stopped by Oberoy. Give him back out in front. And it's still loose. It comes to McEnany. Winds up. Slap shot. Off the iron. And out of play. Oh, goodness. Aaron Luchuk goes inside out on Christian Gurney, who ends up on his wallet. And as he tries to go 5 on and Oberoy with the stop. And stops another one before McEnany blasts it off the crossbar out of play. Only 55 seconds off the clock here in overtime. Lots more action to come. The rate this has been going. Here's Jake Smith. Here right wing side. Erie gives up the lane, though. It's off the stick. The attempted pass for Sean Day. Trickles all the way down near side. Gritz on his horse. A foot race with Logan Brown, who wins that one and carries it out back towards center ice. Chips it to himself. In flight, right wing side. Hedrick after. Cuts across the ice now. Trying to pull the trigger. Throws it on the back door. Just to the reach of Jake Smith. Sean Day holds at the blue line. Weaving on the right wing side. Slows things down a bit. He can ramp it right back up so quick as well. They look for Smith. Right back to Day, left wing wall. Comes back up high to the blue line. And Logan Brown follows up. Drop it off to Sean Day on that little circle. Leave it down near side. Gritz stick lifted by Brown. They find Sean Day. He backs up. Now takes it onto the far side circle. On the blue line inside Erie territory. Put it into space for Logan Brown. Him and Alex Gritz tie up all the way to the far side. Poked by Gritz. Followed up by Smith. Heads behind the net. And onto the near side. Brown coming off. Changes behind the play. Man just on. It's Aaron Luchuk. Steps through one. The Otters poke it. He got it right back. Luchuk waits, holds, fires, scores. Aaron Luchuk just outweights the Otters and rips it past on an Oberoy. And the Spitfires take the game 4-3 in overtime. As a gassed unit in the Otters zone after all the hard work and battles along the wall. And Aaron Luchuk, freshman on for Logan Brown, just waits, and beats on an Oberoy with the game-winning goal. His 18th of the season to lead the league. We'll step away for a break in the Otters post-game show after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
An Erie Otters game is the best way to bring everyone together. Gather your family and friends or plan an office or work outing at the best entertainment value in Erie. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy discounted ticket prices with multiple seating options available. Ask one of our group sales associates today about a group outing and even upgrade into our meeting room suites for the most stylish experience at the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters sales associates are standing by to take your call and plan your night out during regular office hours at 814-455-7779. Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. Come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer indirect lending service.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena, wrapping things up after Erie thrilling and getting the crowd back into it, tying the game late in the third period. Josh Wayman, the heroics, send it to overtime, but it's Aaron Luchuk with a 4-point night, including the game-winning goal here tonight. for his league leading. He had 2 on the night. 17 and 18 on the year. Luchuk gives the game to Windsor in overtime. The winner at 2:02, the extra frame. Welcome back here to the Otters postgame show. I'm Aaron Cooney as we wrap things up from the Erie Insurance Arena. And the Otters, well, you got to like the heart that you got from the team to fight back. But they kind of took off the first half of the second period. It was mostly all Windsor. Beginning of that second period where they took over the power play goal, Logan Brown and that top line of Brown, Purbu, Luchuk gave the Otters problems the whole night. And that's what did all the damage. They figured out all the goals. Waiting to hear the assist. They ran through them real quick on that overtime winner for Aaron Luchuk, but he had a 4-point night. Logan Brown had 2 and an assist. I'm just waiting to see if he also picked up an assist on that overtime winner as well, but the Otters fall tonight by 1. In overtime, the Spitfires take this one 4-3 in the extra frame. Aaron Cooney, we're wrapping things up in the Otters post-game show. Right to the recap we go as the Otters starting things off at 10-11. Some hard work to continue that on from the game last night, the 8-0 victory over the Oshawa Generals. As the Otters on the forecheck take after it behind the net, where it's eventually dropped off by rookie defenseman Thomas Stevenson behind his own net. Hits off the end boards. Lodney is the first one to it. He picks it up, twirls and spins to the front. Lets a backhander go that rolls up the body of Michael DiPietro and into the back of the net. As the Otters take a 1-0 lead. It wouldn't last through the frame because it's 17:43. Forecheck on for the Windsor Spitfires. As Sean Day puts a shot on goal from the near side circle. That rebound off of Troy Timpano made the start tonight and settles on the far side where it's whacked in by Aaron Luchuk to tie the game at 17:43. Or it's knotted at 1 through 20 minutes into the second. And this is where Windsor took over, especially that top line. Logan Brown, Aaron Luchuk, and Cole Purbu as they would team up, the three of them, to give Windsor a 2-goal lead in that second period. Starting first at 2:03, Logan Brown holding the puck from the left wing circle. A shot that gets through and beats Timpano, one that he would love to have back from that left wing circle. Makes it a 2-1 game. Then to the power play. And it's 7-11. Time winding down on the power play. Logan Brown out the entire 2 minutes. Just lets a little slap shot go from the left wing circle that slides underneath Timpano. And that gives the Spitfires a 3-1 lead. And that was it for Troy Timpano. He exits the game. Allows 3 goals on 18 shots. And in comes on and over. But the interesting thing was Erie and their starting goaltender, Troy Timpano, hits down the runway. He wasn't healthy enough to play in Wednesday's game, the Wednesday morning game against the Kitchener Rangers, and he exits this time around as the Otters lose Timpano, and in comes on and Oberoi, who was solid for Erie the rest of the way out. But the problems in goaltending, as Timpano may not be healthy once again. The Otters trailing by 2 in the second period, and they'll get one back because of the energy of the fourth line. Carson Edwardson flying down the right wing side. Comes in on a 2-on-1 with Emmett Sproul and just lets the wrist shot go from the right wing circle that beats DiPietro. And Edwardson, he can bring it. He's got his 4th of the season, and the Otters are within striking distance, within 1. On that play, Chad Yetman with his first OHL point. He gets the primary assist on the Carson Edwardson tally at 13:24, and it heads to the third period. Erie looking to tie the game. They started to get to their game the end of the second period, and eventually that hard work continues and pays off as the Otters in the offensive zone, the top line out there. Hedrick and Wayman. Lodnia finds Hedrick at the right point. He really wanted to shoot. He was wide open, and as Windsor comes across to defend and take that play away from Hedrick. He slides it on to Wayman at the left side at the blue line. Little wrist shot that sails through traffic and past goaltender Michael DiPietro. Ties things up at 3 with 4 minutes and 43 seconds left. Erie at the end there had to kill off a power play as Jordan Samrick went to the box for slashing. On and Oberoyd standing on his head to give Erie the opportunity to get to overtime, pick up a point where Windsor took over. They just tired out the Otters in that overtime. The first couple of shifts, Erie had a good try with Taylor Radish driving to the front of the net. Couldn't beat Michael DiPietro. It just leaves to the Windsor Spitfires in the Otter zone, and all they did was just keep away and hold on to the puck until you had a tired Erie Otters unit in the trio inside the zone. They just couldn't make up for it. Then Windsor with control of the puck, you trade a man off as Logan Brown goes. Then Aaron Luchuk comes on, replacing him. That's Aaron Luchuk able to find the puck right between the face-off circles, buys himself a bunch of time, and then snaps it past on an Oberoyd. The Otters fall tonight 4-3 in overtime with player of the game Aaron Luchuk, 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime, and 2 assists for 4 points on the night. And I mean, that's one of the different overtime strategies they've seen, but it worked great. They just held the puck in the Otter zone at the end there for a good 45 seconds to a minute, and just tired out the Otters until they could take advantage with the fresh man on, and Aaron Luchuk. As they take the game 4-3 in overtime, the Otters fall to 8-7, 2-1. Do get a point. They're 19th on the year. And we'll eventually go take a look around the league as Erie trying to hold on to that 6th spot in the Western Conference. But they may see the Guelph Storm creeping up on them. A point behind after they defeat the Flint Firebirds on the evening in Flint. This is the Otters postgame show, and wrapping things up. Here's the Iron Workers Local E number 3's Iron Men of the game with tonight's 3 stars. 3rd star, Ivan Lodnia. A goal and an assist for the Erie Otters here. 2nd star, Logan Brown, as he finishes with a goal and 2 goals and 1 assist. And the number 1 star is Aaron Luchuk. Game-winning goal in overtime, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points on the evening, as the Windsor Spitfires take the first of 4 meetings between the two clubs in a 4-3 decision in overtime, as the next time they'll see each other on down the road will be in Windsor in December on the 7th at 7:05 face-off at the WFCU Center. As it's back to where the MasterCard Memorial Cup was held. It'll be there in the Otters' first visit to the WFCU Center. And the Otters, falling at home ice, you do get a point out of it and take as many points as they come here tonight. But you got to be worried about the health of Troy Timpano. If he was banged up enough that he couldn't go Wednesday, and on and over I got the start against the Kitchener Rangers. And then you look at the effort Friday night. He stops 25 for his 8th career shutout, and then leaves this game and went right down to the locker room after he was pulled after allowing a 3rd goal on 18 shots, and didn't return to the bench. And Anna Oberoyd takes over. And Oberoyd, solid outing. It's some incredible stops on the night to keep Erie within striking distance, within 1. And he finishes stopping 16 of 17 on the night. Just couldn't stop that last one from open Aaron Luchuk. Give him credit, opening space up for himself right between the face-off circles, and then rifles it home for his league-leading 18th of the year. The overage forward, and boy, is his trade stock going up Windsor going to try to recoup some of those draft picks and the moves you had to make last year, being the host, Memorial Cup host, and the team they loaded up for. That's could be a nice piece that you can move on to a team in contention. We'll see what Warren Reichel has up his sleeve a little later on in the year as we're heading into the third month of the season. And the Otters pick up a point. They still sit 6th in their conference, 3rd in the Midwest Division. We'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best 7 of the games in the OHL tonight. Hamilton Bulldogs, the 4-2 lead over the Oshawa Generals. Guelph Storm 3-2 over the Flint Firebirds. That's a final. All knotted up at 3 in Peterborough with the Pete's and the Barrie Colts. That's into the third period. Saginaw Spirit with their first victory over the London Knights in London since 2014. They roll along against the North Bay Battalion 6-1. That's a final. Mississauga up right now 4-3 over the Sudbury Wolves with 2 minutes to play. New Sault Ste. Marie 4-1 over the Niagara Ice Dogs with 1 second left. That's going to run out. And the Owen Sound Attack holding to a 1-0 lead over the London Knights with 10:48 to play in the third period. Aiden Dudas with the only goal, that coming at 2:22 of the third. That's going to wrap things up for us. As the Otters fall in overtime, final score 4-3 to the Windsor Spitfires. Aaron Luchuk with the game winner, 4 points, and the number 1 star on the evening. I'm Aaron Cooney saying so long. For Nick Ritson back in studio, you've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Where's the only place to get official Erie Otters merchandise? Well, that would be by visiting the Erie Otters store, of course. Part of the Erie Otters front office, located at 201 East 8th Street. Fans can browse the largest selection of certified